Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
And we are live here on KTAK. Welcome to another night of Lady Wolverine and Wolverine basketball here at Riverton High School. Special night tonight as we kick off our Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show here as it is senior night and also neon night, which I guess just means some glow sticks because I'm not sure neon's a very popular palette choice here in Wyoming, Travis.
I'll tell you, probably not. I feel like, though, whenever we really get this thing started, we're going to see a lot of neon. We're going to see a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight.
Once again, this is Kevin Shields on KTAK, your voice of the Wolverines, along with Travis Gupton. Am I pronouncing that right? I always try and mess with him a little bit.
I was going to say, you can't get it worse than Cody Beers did by calling me Gustin all season long, but it is Gupton for those playing at home.
All right, well, as always, Travis Gustin here on the color here with us tonight. And we're going to have, as we said, we're starting a little early tonight with a special pregame moment as the seniors for both the girls and boys team are going to be honored here tonight. My guess is going to be that it will also be the cheerleaders and maybe even the band. But we're going to be right back here on KTAK in just a moment. But remember, if you have friends who normally watch the game on Facebook, unfortunately Facebook flagged us the other night with Wyoming Indian versus Wind River. And they had some PA music in the background. They said, oh, copyright violation. So call your friends, tell them to check it on YouTube, tune into KTAK, or the best way to watch it, if you can't listen on KTAK, is to download the WyoToday app. Available on the iStore and on your Android store, your Google store on your Android device, and you can watch and listen to it, and you can listen to all of our programming throughout the week and have a great time with us tonight here as we are at our final home game of the regular season. But we're going to pay a few bills real quick, and we'll be right back with the senior night festivities.
Hello, I'm Janice K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that I would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
KTAK's coverage of senior night here at Riverton High School in beautiful Fremont, Wyoming. Last warm day for a while. We got a couple more, but next week it's going to be cold. Reminder that we do have a game tomorrow at Natrona. The girls' game will start at 2, boys' game at 3:30. And we're going to go right into senior night here. They're going to be starting off with, I can't actually tell. Travis, can you tell who they're starting off with?
I do not see anyone as of yet.
I do believe I see some cheerleader uniforms back in the hallway. So unfortunately, we don't have a cheerleading roster, so we do apologize for that. But we do want to give them a little bit of screen time here on our live video feed. Okay, we do have at least a first name. It's Joyce. So one of the senior cheerleaders. Unfortunately, we don't have a last name. She's being escorted by, I do believe her mom and dad, they said, right, Travis?
Yes, sir. That is her mom and dad.
Coach, you're awesome. One of her favorite memories, Joy lists the long bus ride home from Laramie competition where we had a photo shoot with a beautiful sunset in the background. Joy Metzikowski.
Did you catch that last name, Travis, or are we not going to try and pronounce that?
Her first name is Joy. She is a foreign exchange student from Russia, from what I heard.
Okay, well, excellent. And it looks like we've got another cheerleading coming up. Travis, I'm going to rely on you to hear the names.
Her future plans, Yara says, I'm going to go back to Switzerland and then finish nursing.
Another foreign exchange student from Switzerland.
Return to the U.S. to Texas Tech University with Emma.
If you can't hear, she's going to be attending Texas Tech University. And I should have said the two foreign exchange students are being accompanied by their host parents here in the States. So it's always good to see a moment like this because you really, Travis, don't know when a host parent will see that student again after the academic year's over.
Yeah, absolutely. And after, being with that host family for 4 years, there's a bond there. So that's going to be a hard departure.
We miss you all and the team so much. Thanks for such good memories. I'll always think back to these moments. She says my favorite memory by far was the state practices, even though they were tough, long, and rough. I realized
It looks like we're going to have a good many amount of cheerleaders here
Yara Lena Probst.
on the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show.
Our next honored cheer squad member is Evelyn Gard.
This is Evelyn Gard coming out right here, Kevin.
Okay. She's being accompanied by her parents. Her dad gives a little wave to the crowd.
Graduation, Evelyn plans to attend Dixie State University.
She plans on attending Dixie State University after she graduates.
Last year is so fun. Big thank you to my coaches for everything they've done for me, and thanks to my super fun stunt group for making every practice so much fun.
She's sending out a shout out to her coaches, which is always meaningful, I know, for the coaches, as well as her step team.
Evelyn Gard. Our next cheer squad member is Sierra Hall.
Sierra Hall is our next cheerleader senior coming up. Boy, the cheerleaders have a very healthy senior class here.
She says, I plan to attend Central Wyoming College.
She's going to go just right down the road to Central Wyoming College here in Riverton.
Yeah, she does not want to go far away from home, does she, Kevin?
No, not at all. But why would you?
High school. She says her favorite memory came when Kate was kicking me in the face.
Her favorite memory is when her friend Kate was kicking her in the face. Something tells me, Travis, there might be a backstory there.
Yeah, I've had stories like that on wrestling teams and football team. This is Kate McDonald, by the way, coming out right here. But yeah, having stories like that's always fun. It doesn't make sense, but it's fun.
What was the name of this?
Kate
young lady?
McDonald.
Kate is accompanied by her parents. She's going to major in sociology. I did not catch which school. Of course, like always, you see on senior nights, everybody giving a big thank you to their coaches. and their friends, and a second cheerleader whose favorite memories were from state cheer.
And I'll tell you, those are moments that you'll never forget when you're at state. When I was at wrestling and football going to state, those are still some of my fondest memories.
Now, I do believe we have another Oh, that's all the cheerleaders. A big special thank you from the Riverton community for this cheer squad, and we'll miss you. Okay, now we're moving on to our basketball participants. Our first senior is going to be, I'm looking on the roster here. It's Hinkle is the last name.
Hallie's the first name.
Hallie, she a manager, player, trainer?
I'm not fully sure, Kevin. Actually,
I'm not fully sure. I don't see her on the roster. I'm going through managers. Oh yes, as I was a manager at the University of Georgia under Tubby Smith. Hallie Hinkle is a manager for the Lady Wolverines, and I'll tell you what, having been one at the college level, it's always nice to see her get this recognition, because these are some of the hardest people. These are the people who wash the uniforms, get water. They just jack of all trades and do everything they can.
Yeah, absolutely. My manager from when I was wrestling and playing football, still one of my best friends, still one of my closest friends. He got me through some hard practices and tough games.
Okay, and the first player is a 5'10" senior. That's Savannah Martinez. You know her as the leading scorer. Her parents or somebody got her a lot of balloons. She's got presents, Travis.
Yeah, she's got a lot. She's got a lot going on. I love it. One of the premier athletes here on the Lady Wolverines team, and she's going to dearly be missed after this season. And man, that's a lot of balloons, though.
Well, that is very sweet of her. She brought out a present for Coach McIntosh. You know he'll cherish that moment. And I just got a shout out from Savannah Martinez. Much respect. I wonder if that had anything to do with the Wheatland game, you think?
I have a feeling that was directly towards you. And by the way, just in case you forget, I'm sitting here too, partner. So it's both of us.
The only bad part is we're that radio guy.
Yeah.
So that was special. I'll take that for a while. I won't forget that for a while. Savannah, you can tell just from the distance, tearing up just a little bit. Final senior is going to be 5'4" senior Camden Sheets, as she comes out, of course, with Coach Bo Sheets and his wife Tara. Coach Bo, of course, the boys coach, and her brother, I do believe.
I love that.
That she's been in I don't love the fact that she told everybody that she's been in the concussion protocol numerous times. But
I feel that right there, partner. That's good.
Thankfully, she's been able to go this season pretty injury unscathed.
Some of my favorites include late-night ghost storytellings on the long bus rides, cramming way too many people in the elevator and getting stuck, and being the only one on the entire team not to get quarantined for 2 weeks.
Well, the funny part there is she's the only person on the team, and she just told the crowd not to get quarantined with COVID. But I think the concussions outweigh that, don't you, at that age?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think we're going to be moving on to the boys now. And we know these 4 seniors very well, just like we knew the seniors for the girls very well. And they're not going to move on to the boys. So I'm guessing that's going to follow and be in between the girls and the boys game. So we kind of had to play this by ear. We feel privileged to actually air this part of senior night festivities. And we'll be back with a little bit more of the traditional pregame here on the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show here on KTAK.
Has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation.
And welcome back to Lady Wolverine basketball here on KTAK and WyoToday's YouTube and app. For the live stream, we're not on Facebook. Again, Facebook gonna give us a little hand slap again, a little bit more than a hand slap because usually it's 24 hours for catching some music over the PA. So once again, the Lady Wolverines, Travis, are going to be without one of their starters. They're going to be without McKay Fegler. Just spoke with her mom, and she has a fairly serious finger and hand break, so that's where she's been. We really didn't know what was wrong with her and didn't want to speculate. So once again, they've had a couple games to get used to that, but again, this team that is searching for points without one of its potential scorers and a starter.
Yeah, absolutely. McKay Fegler, like you said, one of the higher scorers here for the Lady Wolverines. She's averaging about 4.9 points. It's going to be a long road without her on the court. However, I mean, we have the Lady Wolverines that have other people that can score. We've seen it. It's just going to be depending on who it is and where's it going to come from tonight.
Okay, well, Coach Candelaria brings in the Lady Tigers of Rock Springs. We saw them down in, well, I saw them actually to some extent. Nobody listening saw them or heard them because our equipment went to trash that night, and so it was kind of a bad night for us, but it was also a bad night for the Lady Wolverines as they were soundly defeated. He's going to bring in that team. Rock Springs averaging 44.3 points a game, limiting their opponents to 40.4. If Riverton were to get to that average of opponent score, it would be roughly 7 points higher than they're averaging now at 33.7 and giving up 51.6. So there's really nothing in the stat line that I can see, with the exception of, no, there's really nothing in the stat line that really says this game on paper could go Riverton's way. So they've got a tall task. They are, I have no doubt their hearts are up to it. So we're going to see here, they're going to have to survive first quarter and see if we see those runs we keep seeing by the opponents throughout the season.
Yeah, absolutely. This Lady Tigers team is driven by two athletes, and we'll get to those in a little bit, but these two athletes for the Lady Tigers, they're averaging 15 and 11 points a game. That's where most of the offense is going to come from for Rock Springs. The Lady Wolverines need to make one of their lives really difficult on the scoring to be able to have any kind of chance here tonight. It's going to really come down, and I wrote this in the today's edition of the Ranger, that it's going to take someone getting one of these players into foul trouble for the Lady Wolverines to really have a shot, because right now there's not any on the stat sheet that shows that the offense is going to come from anywhere other than Savannah Martinez. We've seen Savannah last week. She's had a little bit of a better offensive game, and we're hoping that she has an even better one tonight, but it's going to take some more people to get in on the scoring.
Well, they're definitely going to need Savannah to get probably in double figures. She had 7 last game, and it'd be really nice if Sheets could duplicate her last game where she had 15, Paisley Jackson with 12, and that would give a good shot to it. Unfortunately, where it's really going to come down is in the paint. Rock Springs doesn't make a whole lot of threes. Riverton doesn't either, but Riverton shoots a lot. Rock Springs is going to look to go inside, and that's where you got to worry about Jordanelle Anderson and Ella Judd and the foul trouble. And Jordanelle Anderson, obviously a stout defender, very passionate, but does get a tendency to get the elbows a little high. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to find out here in about 4 minutes and 56 seconds and counting what this senior night is going to hold for the Lady Wolverines. We will be right back in just a few minutes with our Sutherland's starting lineups here on KTAK.
Tile or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Right back during the national anthem here to KTAK. And here we go with your Sutherland starting lineups. For the visitors, coached by Coach Candelaria from Rock Springs, the Lady Tigers. A 5'8" senior, number 23, Brinley Jenkins. A 5'9" senior, number 10, Cameron James. A 5'8" junior, number 15, Ashley Anderson. A 5'9" sophomore, number 24, Ella Brewster, and a 5'8" freshman, number 21, Emma Assay. For your Riverton Lady Wolverines, number 1, Paisley Jackson. She is a sophomore, I do believe. Yes, she is. Number 12, a senior, 5'4", Camden Sheets. Number 15, a 5'9" junior, Jordan L. Anderson. Number 23, a 5'10" senior, Savannah Martinez, who shall always have a special place in our heart for her little shout out. And number Thank you. I just got a little gift from Savannah Martinez. That means a whole lot. That is just awesome. And finally, returning from the start to the starting lineup, Travis, number 25, a 5'10" junior, Gracie Olheiser. Of course, they are coached by Coach McIntosh. And we do have an update. We've been wondering where McKay Fegler has been all season, and she has been out. Unfortunately, her mom sat behind and said she broke her hand pretty severely. And so we wish McKay all the best, and we hope she gets to feeling better and ready for action. Well, we are right back now here with we're going from our starting lineups to the game. It looks like Jordanelle Anderson's going to jump it up against Rock Springs. I can't tell the number.
That is
Assay. It goes to Savannah Martinez. Sheets has it. They're going Riverton going left to right on your radio dial. Sheets up top, gets to Jackson on the left wing. Jackson looks to get up to Savannah Martinez. The Lady Tigers are in a man-to-man. Unfortunately, Gracie Olheiser overruns a pass, taken away by Assay. Assay drives all the way down, miss. Rebound goes to the Lady Tigers. They're going to swing it up top to James. James over for open three from Assay, no good. Rebound, though, goes to the Lady Tigers, and James puts it up and in. First 2 points of the game.
James definitely going to look to get going early in the scoring column. She is one of the higher scoring affairs for the Lady Tigers at 11.6 a game.
Camden Sheets with the ball up top. Gets it over to Paisley Jackson for three. No good. Rebound's going to go off the Lady Tigers, almost out of bounds, but able to tippy-toe over the sideline, and here they come. Jenkins bringing it down the court. Jenkins up top, slightly shaded to the left of center, and now brings it up to center towards half court. Swings it to James. James looking to drive down the left side, kicks it back up to Assay. Assay over to Jenkins on the left wing. Jenkins drives past Anderson, past Olheiser, up and good.
Nice drive there by the Lady Tigers. Four early points and easy points for the Lady Tigers.
Well, and Travis, you got your wish. The scoreboard is working in this game with all the points and the foul totals. Olheiser with it on the right wing, gets it to Jackson. Jackson up top to Sheets. Sheets for three. Is she still hot? She is!
Big time shot by Camden Sheets early
Follows up 5 threes last game with a start of 1, so that's big. 4-3, 6:20 to play in the first. Jenkins is going to bring it up. She's going to take a three. She's up and bounces all over the rim, but no good. Martinez goes up for the rebound, and she's going to be fouled, I do believe, by James. It is against James. That is her first, team first for the Lady Tigers, and lo and behold, we could have bet on this, Travis. Look what the Lady Tigers now unveil. A press and leads right to a steal. Almost stolen back. James, who had the foul, got the steal. And now we're going to get a cheap foul on Jordanelle Anderson.
Not a real smart foul there by Jordanelle. Definitely needs to be smarter off the ball.
Way away from the basket, but they inbound an easy cut by James of the Lady Tigers. She puts it up and in. 6-3, Lady Tigers. Press back in. Jordanelle almost loses it. Could be a backcourt. Nope, they're not going to call it. So Jackson breaks it, gets it to Martinez on the right wing. She looks to drive down. She does. The senior puts it up. Nice finger roll and good.
That one was for you, Kevin, early on.
6-5, 5:43. Riverton hanging in close right now. We just hope that we don't see that run that we've seen constantly throughout the season. Jenkins with it, up top. She looks to drive. Jordanelle Anderson cuts her off. She drives down the baseline, passes over to Assay. Assay puts up at the end, and they're probably lucky that there was not a foul there.
Yeah, Martinez very close to getting a foul. A lot of body contact down low.
Just a lot of bumps. So now Martinez now with it on the left wing as the press is broken. She looks to drive. She's going to get called for a walk. I thought she was blocked, so maybe it could have been a jump ball, but good defense by the visitors from Rock Springs.
Yeah, definitely playing really tight defense is the Lady Tigers against the Riverton Lady Wolverines.
Bringing up the court is Jenkins. Jenkins gets it over to Anderson. Anderson out to James, back to Brewster. Brewster swings it to Anderson. They're just swinging along, drive into hole, no good by Jenkins. Rebound comes away, and Camden Sheets has it. Jenkins a little frustrated there, tried to steal it right back and gets called for a foul, and her jaw just hit the floor in disgust on that foul call, but it was legit.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to go for that steal, but again, as you've told me many a times, if you try to go around the back, it's probably going to get called as a foul.
That's first foul on Jenkins, second team foul. We have a substitution as we see Johnson, who has benefited, unfortunately, for the injury from Fedler, but Johnson has been the recipient of extra playing time.
And she's had definitely good minutes.
They get the ball, no press. Jackson over on the right wing, back up top to Johnson. Johnson stuck. Gets it to Haley Engstrom. Engstrom over to Sheets. Sheets to Jackson. Jackson thought about three, but instead drives. Gets it to Sheets. Sheets thought about it. Gets it back up to Engstrom. Jackson over to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive. Drives down the center. Gets stopped. Has to hand it to Jackson. Bad handoff. And now we hit the floor. Now we're going to see the worst rule in the history of humanity in sports, the possession era, as a jump ball is called.
And I know that someone in the crowd is listening to us tonight, and they were waiting for that.
Well, hello to whoever that is. Rock Springs benefits from the possession era. They get inbounds. They immediately throw it away. And, it would have been Camden Sheets, just perfect interception. But Jordan Anderson swatted away. Can't falter there. You don't know who's on the other end of that pass. So 4:02 to play in the first. 8-5 Lady Tigers, inbounded by the Lady Tigers. They swing it around. Gets to Jenkins, I do believe, for three. No good. Rebound comes away to Jackson. Jackson to Anderson. She's one-on-one with Anderson, and she's going to get fouled pretty hard, too. And to knock Jordanelle down, it takes a lot. That's one strong young lady.
Yeah, Jordanelle, one of the toughest players that I have seen on this Lady Wolverines team. She does not go down easy at all.
Foul was on number 24, Brewster. That is her first, team third against Rock Springs. Martinez comes back in for Johnson. She'll be inbounding it on her own baseline. Johnson looks, has to throw it past three-point line out to Sheets. Sheets to Anderson on the left side of center. Jornell looks to drive, hands off to Jackson. Jackson inside to Martinez. Martinez puts up. She was hacked, but no foul call. Even the PA announcer knew that. Brought down by James after the turnover. James to Jenkins. Jenkins back out to James. James walked. She up and down. She wanted to shoot. She wanted to pass. Then decided midair she wanted to shoot, but she wanted to come back down. I don't think I could say that 5 times fast. So turnover nonetheless against Rock Springs. So down by 3. Camden Sheets bringing the ball up. Gives the thumbs down, calling the play. I'm sure it's not a gladiator thing. Gets it over to Savannah Martinez. Martinez up to Haley Engstrom. Engstrom with a bad pass. Picked off by James. James takes it all the way up and in.
That is something that Rock Springs does really well. They like to get out in transition. They like to run.
Quick 6 points for James here. And now another unforced turnover by Camden Sheets. Jenkins is going to bring it down, looks to make a move, goes to the post. She's going to draw the foul, although she misses the shot. Looks like we're going to see Olheiser coming in and Maddie Fossey as well for Riverton. The foul goes against number 1, that's Paisley Jackson, her first, team second. Jenkins to the line, shooting 2 on that shooting foul. Her first one is up, and it's in and out. No good. 2:55 to play, 10-5, and we see the substitutions. Maddie Fossey and Olheiser in for Anderson and Jackson.
I don't want to say anything until afterwards, so I'm going to wait before I name the stat of free throws.
She takes 2 dribbles, puts it up, in and out again.
And she's a 70% free throw shooter.
And those looked like they were going to fall and just happened to hit front iron, then back iron, go in and back out. So rebound goes to Riverton. Sheets brings up, gets it to Fossey on the right wing, up to Engstrom up top. Engstrom having a little hard time with the ball and her passing decisions. Again, throws it to Rock Springs. That's her second turnover of the night. And Jenkins is going to bring it in the front court for Rock Springs, who have doubled up Riverton 10-5 with under 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Swings it over to Anderson on the left wing. She goes underneath to James. James goes up and is good, and she's got 8 quick ones, and it's quickly a 12-5 lead for Rock Springs.
James pretty much taking over for the Lady Tigers here early in the first half.
Savannah Martinez on the right. She's going to drive to the center. She gets stuck with it, is looking for some help. She's not getting any. Tries to force a pass to Engstrom, and turnover yet again. Anderson brings it down, gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins thought about a three, but finally does take it, and it's no good. Rebound by Assay, and they're going to get Haley Engstrom on the foul there on the rebound.
Not really good position there by Engstrom. You'd really like to see her box out and get a clear rebound instead of trying to bump around and reach around.
That's her first, team third. It was 7-5, 5-0 run right now, and this is the runs that we don't want to see if you're a Wolverine supporter like us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easy inbound to us. I can't believe, oh, they did finally call it. Easy inbound to Brewster. She had an easy look, and she got hacked, absolutely hacked. Foul is going to go against Savannah Martinez. That's her first, team fourth, and it'll be 2 shots by Brewster here. She goes to the line. What percentage is she? Or is she the same? No, she's not the same one, but she hits the first.
Brewster is a 44% free throw shooter from the line.
So, of course, she'll hit both of them after the 70% shooter misses both. So the second shot is up, and it's good, too. Both of them pure, so we are in Bizarro world here at the free throw line. And only people my age who remember the Super Friends will remember Bizarro World, or the comics for that matter. Jackson with it, gets it to Olheiser on the right side. She looks to drive. She picks up her dribble, gets it to Fossey. Fossey on the far right, brings it over to Olheiser. Olheiser on the left wing, gets it to Martinez. Martinez pops out from 18. No good. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson goes back up with it. No good. Rebound by Rock Springs. And here they come on the break, led by James. They have to bring it up. Jackson almost could have gotten called for a foul going over the back, but didn't. Inbound, trying to go inside is the Rock Springs Lady Tigers, and it goes off of Brewster and out of bounds, so it'll be Riverton's ball. 14-5, 9-point lead for Rock Springs. Desperate for a basket is the Lady Wolverines.
Yeah, absolutely. This is crunch time early for the Lady Wolverines.
Lady Wolverines to Martinez. The coach for Rock Springs wanted to walk. Swings it to Fossey, who drives the baseline, drives, and we're going to get a foul on that drive for a blocking foul. Think it's going to go against 20, but let's wait and see. Nope, it's going to go against 10. That's against James. That's her second, team fourth, so she's the first one in 2 foul territory. Martinez inbounds to Jackson from her baseline. Up top to Fossey. Fossey on the right wing looks to drive, gets it over to Anderson. Anderson on the left wing looks to drive, tries to pick up her dribble, and it gets swiped right away by Brewster. Brewster gets it to James. James brings it over the timeline, guarded by Fossey. Could have been a moving screen there, but they decide not to call it against Jenkins as she kind of rubbed Fossey off of James. Brewster back to James. James to Anderson. Anderson for a long 3, no good. Rebound goes to Rock Springs. They swing it all the way over to James. James drives the baseline, puts it up, and it bounces off, no good. Rebound to Rock Springs. They put it up, no good. And finally, Jackson brings away the rebound, and she looks to break. They get it to Fossey. She does not have numbers, so she wisely slows up and then throws it right to James. James trying to hit a lead-out pass, overthrown, but tracked down by Jenkins for the Lady Tigers. With 2 seconds in the quarter, she launches a 3, no good, and that'll be the end of 1. So after the first quarter here at Riverton High School, Rock Springs Lady Tigers 14, Lady Wolverines of Riverton 4. We'll be right back with more coverage of Riverton basketball here on KTAK.
You expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton basketball. So far, it is all Lady Tigers as they lead the Lady Wolverines by 9, 14-5. We're going to start the second quarter. It looks like we're going to have Johnson, Sheets, Jackson, Engstrom, and Martinez for the Lady Wolverines, who are in their home whites. Sheets brings it over the timeline, gets it to Jackson. Jackson swivels, gets over to Johnson up top, over to Engstrom on the right wing. Engstrom looking to feed the post to Savannah. She does, and we're going to get a reach by either 21 or 24. Let's see who that foul's going to go against. It's going against 21. That is a say. That's her first, team 5th.
I like the idea going into Martinez. They're going to foul her every time, it looks
Martinez inbounds to Johnson, but say, I do believe. Brewster swats out of bounds. Let's see if they try and feed the post a little bit more now that they know Assay's willing to reach. Johnson in the corner, inbounds it to Engstrom. Engstrom looking to go to the baseline. She gets stuck. She is really stuck, and she throws it away trying to get inside. Unfortunately, not a single Lady Wolverine came to help. On the break, easy basket. No, missed actually by Brewster, but rebound comes to the Lady Tigers, but they're going to get called double dribble. Say taps her chest to say that was me. Double dribble all the way with 7:26 to play in the first half.
Yeah, she was really frustrated on that call. And again, their partner, the thumbs down. So another Gladiator reference coming, folks.
Another Gladiator is going to Caesar wants another Gladiator to die, evidently. So swings to Johnson, back over to Sheets, feeds the post to Martinez. Martinez harassed. That should not have been a jump ball. They never had control of it. I usually give refs the benefit of the doubt, but you're supposed to have dual simultaneous control. But Savannah wasn't helping her cause by just swinging her arms.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen something like that, really. I guess we'll go with it.
Guess we will. So 15, Anderson's going to bring it up, hands it off to Webb, who's now in the game for Rock Springs. Jenkins with it, feeds the post. Turnaround is missed by Brewster. Rebound by Riverton. Ball slapped out of bounds, but it was last touched by, I do believe, Savannah Martinez.
Yeah, and it was funny. The referee pointed right to one of the senior cheerleaders, and that was just really funny to watch down there. We couldn't see it from our vantage point a little bit.
So inbounded to Brewster. Brewster swings it back and gets it right back. They get it over to Anderson. Anderson swings it up top to Webb. Webb winds up in Anderson's hands again. She shoots for 3, misses it, but rebound is going to go to Jenkins. Got to box out, Lady Wolverines. Swung right back to Anderson, same position, and a steal by Savannah Martinez. Martinez almost throws it away. Again, everybody's starting to head down court, and no one's staying back to help her. But Sheets now with the ball as Engstrom tracked it down, got it to Sheets. Sheets has it over the timeline, gets it to Johnson on the right wing. Johnson brings it up top, over to Engstrom. Engstrom looks to drive, luckily does not go baseline again where they will set the trap. Johnson with it, stolen away, and Rock Springs comes away with it. Jenkins leading the charge down court. Jenkins signals the soldiers on what to do, then backs out and calls a play. Jenkins guarded fiercely by Engstrom. Engstrom screen, so Leah 3, no good. Rebound by Haley. Haley comes away with it strong, gets it to Jackson with 5:43, 5:42 to play in the half. Still 14-5. We've not had a point. And Jackson going to get called by rebound. So far, 2.5 minutes almost in, Travis. Nobody has scored in the second quarter.
Yeah, we are off to a really slow start here in the early parts of the second quarter. And for the Lady Wolverines, a little bit of energy is going to come off the bench as Jordan L. Anderson comes back onto the court.
Anderson back on, and it looks like Gracie Olheiser as well is going to come back on. So kind of the same substitution as they come and get Johnson and Paisley Jackson. Lady Tigers swinging it around the horn. No points so far in the second quarter. And right now we need that to stick on this possession.
Yeah, this is something that we need to play sound defense. As soon as I say that, though.
Three-pointer. Three-pointer hit by Assay. That's her first 3. And it's 17-5 quickly. So Riverton now down by 12. They have not scored in quite some time. We're going to get a whistle, and what is it going to be? It's going to be an offensive foul. Offensive foul away from the ball against Savannah Martinez, and that's her second for the senior, team 5th.
And quickly, Paisley Jackson's going to come in and take her out.
Inbounded by Rock Springs. Rock Springs looking to extend the lead from 12 to 14 or 15. Very critical defensive possession as they swing it around the horn. Looking to drive, Gracie Allheiser with a nice swipe, but can't get to the ball before they track it down. Lady Tigers with it, Brewster with it, Jenkins, on the right wing. She's going to look to drive the middle. They leave it wide open for her and good.
Way too easy of a lane there for the Lady Tigers, and now it's 19-5 with 4.5.
And we're talking about a 12-0 run, something we were worried about. Coach Mack worried about it as well, calls timeout. So we've got a timeout here. It is 19-5, all Lady Tigers of Rock Springs. We'll be right back on KTAK.
For gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming.
And we're back here on KTAK after the timeout. Sheets gets it to Jackson. Jackson drives, puts it up, and she's going to get fouled. So that is kind of what you want out of a timeout. Get a chance to go to the line, Travis.
Yeah, but the problem is now you've got to make your free throws. That's something you can get to the line as much as you want, but making the free throws is something the Lady Wolverines have struggled with.
Foul was on Webb, her first, team 6. So Wolverines are going to have 4 minutes and 23 seconds where they will get some free throws. Paisley puts it up, and it hit every bit of iron there, partner, and fell off. So no good. So still 19-5.
I'm going to be very quiet here.
Jackson takes a couple dribbles, does her unique routine, puts it up, and good. So finally the first points in a while breaks that 12-0 run and scores the first point of the second quarter for your Lady Wolverines. Pressed by your Lady Wolverines, easily broken, but a steal in the half. Nope. They're able to come away with it as a say and bring it back up top to Anderson to reset. Swings over to Webb. Webb up top to Assay. Assay swings it all the way over to Anderson. Anderson brings it up top, gets it to Webb on the right wing, who gets it over to Brewster. Brewster looks to bring it back up top, and we're going to reset with Anderson. Anderson to Brewster on the right wing. She looks inside, back up top to Anderson, and they go to the other side. Webb looks inside, didn't see anything, gets it back up top to Anderson. Now it gets to Brewster, and they're doing a little weave. Riverton zone seemingly perplexing them, but they find an inside person, and they score. That's Harris, her first basket of the game and her first minute of the game. So Riverton able to break the press. Anderson to Allheiser. Allheiser for 3. No good. Rebound goes to the floor. Oh, are we going to get one, Travis? We do. The absolute worst call in the history of all things good and small. The possession arrow, but it will favor your Lady Wolverines.
And I did see the people that I talked about. They're over there waving at me. They're listening. They know.
So I'll give them a little wave as Riverton looks to inbound. They get it inside to Engstrom. Oh, and Jackson with an up and under gets the basket up and good.
That is a great shot by Paisley Jackson. She had a very big game against Evanston, had that hot streak. You love to see her getting the scoring column. Now she's got to make it at the line for the traditional three-point play.
She's going to go to the line, do her little unique thing. She's going to dribble twice, spin it, lift up the left leg, put it up, and good. So quick 4 points for her, makes it 21-9. That foul, by the way, was on Harris. It was the team's 7th. So that means 1-1 for the foreseeable future for Riverton. Almost stolen by Jackson. Jackson does get her hands on it, almost stolen, but recovered by Rock Springs. Rock Springs up top, swings it to the left perimeter by Webb. Webb back up to Jenkins. Jenkins gets it to Brewster. Inside is Harris. She puts it up. No good. But she almost had a chance to redeem herself and get the basket, but it rattled in and back out. That foul is going to go against Haley Engstrom. That's her second. Team 6th against Riverton. Harris going to the line. What do you got as far as her free throw percentage?
So you caught me off guard, so let me get this one shot up, and then I'll tell you.
It is up and no good.
All right, so she is a 28% free throw shooter.
You can kind of tell she dribbles it angry at the line. I mean, like she's trying to force the ball through. She dribbles it one-handed, no help hand there. Puts the second one up and no good. We're going to have over the back against number 23 and Jordan.
Yeah, and Jordanelle Anderson really had a hand in that for sure. Fouls on number 23. That's Brinley Jenkins, which, by the way, only has 4 points, and she's averaging 15.5 a game. So we're going to go all the way down to the other end of the court, and Jordanelle Anderson's going to shoot.
Well, sorry, I had to sneeze there suddenly. Jordanelle going like she really wanted that call. Jordanelle puts the first free throw up, no good. For some reason, we just saw Haley Engstrom go diving to the floor. I can't imagine that was her plan, so she was pushed or just tripped. And Rock Springs comes away after the miss. That would have been 2 nice free throws to cut it down to a 10-point lead with 2:37 to play in the half. Rock Springs swinging it around the perimeter. It's up top with Brewster. Brewster over to Jenkins. Jenkins looking to drive. She's cut off by Engstrom. Swings it out to Webb. Webb over to Assay. Assay looking to drive. Loses control of it, but is able to get it out to Brewster. Brewster to Jenkins on the left wing. Jenkins gets a screen from Brewster. She's guarded by Anderson. Has to hand it off to Assay. Assay to to Jenkins on the right wing. She brings it up top. Again, Riverton in the 2-3 zone, which has perplexed them, but it did fail last time. Harris got an easy look. Drive is going to go. It's going to be blocked by, I do believe, Gracie Olheiser, goes out of bounds, and it will remain with Rock Springs at exactly 2 minutes to play in the half.
Coach McIntosh is just all into this game. He's been jumping up and down and moving all around, up and down on the sidelines.
Jenkins over to Brewster on the left wing. Brewster looking to drive, has to hand it off to Jenkins. Jenkins swings it to Webb. Webb going down to the baseline to Brewster. Again, this zone, if it doesn't crack, has Rock Springs really perplexed, and it doesn't crack. It goes into Harris, who scored last time against the zone, but she can't control it and out of bounds. So the zone really working well for Riverton. Not something much like the press. We haven't seen a whole lot. We've seen a little bit more of the press now, but zone we haven't seen a whole lot of.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, as I said in my story in the Ranger, it's going to take something special defensively for the Lady Wolverines to pull out a win here, and the zone just may be it.
Well, they've got to make up 12 points. 21-9 would go under a minute and a half in the half. A minute to go in the half, not a minute and a half in the half. Engstrom gets it to Jackson. Jackson up top gets it to Engstrom. Engstrom back to Jackson. Engstrom does not want to shoot that three because Rock Springs is a scout they were given. Baby hook by Jackson is well off the mark. That's really not in her repertoire that we have seen this season. Not necessarily the wisest shot, and it's turned over to Rock Springs as we will go under a minute 10 to play in the half. It's up top with Rock Springs. Rock Springs looking to probably use some time. 2-3 zone still. Top of the zone. Actually, no, it looks like they're shifting to, well, kind of a 2-3 zone, but Sheets is way off to the center. Stolen, taken away, and we have some lights and we have a double dribble. So some lights went on and off. I don't know where that was. I thought that might be the whistle, but it was a double dribble against Rock Springs. 47.3 seconds to go. Still 21-9 Rock Springs, and they immediately put the press on. Inbounded to Jackson. Looks to be just a two-man press, just single one-on-one now as Engstrom bails out and goes down. Jackson easily able to break it, gets it to Sheets. Sheets uses a screen by Martinez, not really a threat from that distance. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson looks to drive. I don't know what she was doing, throwing up kind of a prayer, don't you say, Travis? When she drives, she's fully committed. She's going to take the shot, and she's getting cut off way too far away from the basket.
Yeah, it looks like that the Lady Wolverines are trying to get Paisley Jackson going offensively, and she's trying to create her own shots, and they're just not smart shots.
Rock Springs easily able to break the defense this time, but Savannah Martinez goes to the floor. Are we going to get another one? No, because Webb's able to dig it out by Rock Springs. Drive is put up and no good. I do believe we're going to get a foul against Anderson. That would be, if that's against Jordanelle, that's her second, team seventh.
And partner Savannah Martinez limping here on the baseline. Trainer with her.
That is not good to see. It would be 1-1 the rest of the way, or till double bonus, but there's only 11.6 seconds left. So let's see how how Martinez is going to be. Right now, we'll see what we can find out, but we'll be right back after this.
Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn.
Okay, so we'll make that up for CWC here in a moment. Savannah has been taken back to the back. First free throw is up and good. It looks like possibly a lower leg injury, or we really don't know, so we won't speculate. But Jenkins puts that first one up and good. The second one is up and good as well. So 11.6 seconds left. It's 20 and a half. It's 23-9. All Lady Tigers.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that Savannah can come back in on senior night. You hate to see that kind of stuff.
Engstrom inbounds to Johnson. Johnson with 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brings over the timeline. Do they not know the time is the question. 5 seconds. Sheets knows it, though. 2 seconds. Puts up the 3. No good. And that will end the half. Here at Riverton High School, Lady Tigers of Rock Springs, 23. Your Lady Wolverines of Riverton High School, 9. We'll be right back with the
Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show
in a few moments here on KTAK.
Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors. Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. Want access to local news?
And we're back with the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show here on KTAK. Just a reminder, we do have Wolverine and Lady Wolverine basketball tomorrow at Natrona, about 2 hours down the road, at 2 o'clock and at 3:30. And then we'll have the last game of the regular season next Saturday at Cody that afternoon. I will be flying solo, I do believe, that game, as Travis will be covering the 1A tournament with the Du Bois girls and boys, potentially, if they make it all the way to Saturday, which the boys most definitely probably should, but you never want to jinx it. The girls, that's gonna be an uphill battle, but we'll see. We'll also have 2A coverage of Wyoming Indian as well next weekend. So next couple weeks, a whole lot of basketball. A whole lot of win and go home type atmosphere. And then right after that, we segue into Lander and new to this season, Riverton soccer. So we're just going to keep going, and American Legion baseball will start up sometime after that. So at the half, it's 23-9. Here are your Tyler Watson State Farm halftime stats. For the visitors from the Lady Tigers, James has 8 points, all in the first quarter. Assay has 5. Jenkins with 6. Brewster with 2, both of those coming from the line. And Harris with 2. For Riverton, that's pretty sparse. Paisley Jackson has 4. Camden Sheets with 3. And Savannah Martinez with 2. And of course, we saw her go out late in the half. And we hope the best for her, especially. So Savannah, if any of your family or friends are listening, that radio guy she called me is rooting for you. Hope you feel better. Hope to see her in the second half if she's 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you hate to see that on a senior night, you know, all the festivities and everything. So I really hope she gets to come back. But the Lady Wolverines, like you said, sparse on the scoring. They're doing one thing that I did mention that I did think was going to be a big thing for the Lady Wolverines to pull an upset, and that is to keep at least Jenkins or James in score check. And they've done that pretty well on Jenkins. Jenkins is their leading scorer. She averages 15.5 a game, and she's only got 6 through the first half. So they're doing good there. It's just they have to find more scoring. And with Savannah Martinez now, we don't know where she's going to be in the second half. Where does the points come from? Does it come from Camden Sheets? Does it come from Paisley Jackson? Where does it come from?
Well, the 2-3 zone has really helped them on the defensive end, but they're giving up too many offensive rebounds, too many second chances, and quite honestly, kind of the theme of the season a little bit, unforced turnovers. So we'll see what happens. We'll be right back with second half action as they turn off the lights and back on again on us here on KTAK.
And more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Janice K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that it would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. In any sport.
And welcome back to Lady Wolverine basketball and coverage on KTAK. We've got about 1 minute left in the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show, and we've got to give a couple, take care of a little bit of business here. Today, number 26 in a row, Lander Valley Tigers. The boys go to state in swimming, and they win number 26 in a row. There are probably a lot of our listeners who were not born the last time someone else won state. I want to make a special kind of shout-out to anybody who might be listening. They're probably listening to Lander Valley right now. But there will be a special edition of the Lander Journal, a special commemorative front page coming up on this Wednesday, their next edition. So be on the lookout for that. Also, just in case you're looking for the Lander Valley game, the final Lander Valley, I didn't see it, Travis. Lander Valley Lady Tigers beat Warland 55-23. You can catch the boys' action on KFCW 93.1 with Ernie Over and Josh
Heineke, sorry.
Inbounded by the Lady Tigers as we come to the end of the halftime show, and they're going left to right on your radio dial. Inbounded, and they're going to swing it around the horn. It winds up in Jenkins' hands. Jenkins gets over to Anderson. Anderson to Brewster. Brewster over to James. James brings it up top. James with 2 fouls right now. Goes over to Jenkins. Jenkins looks to drive. It's cut off by Anderson, and she has to go back up top to Anderson. Anderson to James, back up top, and they'll reset. Martinez back in the game, good to see. Hopefully just a little bit of a stinger, nothing real big. Just made her have to walk it off and get some ice maybe in a halftime to relax it. But we do wish her the best and hope she's able to finish off this night, being her last home game of the regular season. Yeah. Inbounded all the way, not inbounded, but thrown all the way over to Anderson, and she's going to shoot a 3, and it's good. So not the start that we wanted to see for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and that's something that, again, we've seen all season. The defense kind of there, and then it kind of breaks down at the very end.
Olheiser now with it on the left wing, gets it to Jackson. Jackson thought about 3. She drives. She's open. I don't think she thought she'd be that open. Puts up a shot that's a little bit too hard, and it's off. Rebounded by the Lady Tigers, 26-9 with 6:42 to play in the third. They're going to once again swing it around the horn. Right now it resides with Jenkins. Jenkins going to pull it all the way up, and it looks like we're back in the man-to-man is the Lady Wolverines, and Coach Mack has made that call. Martinez guarding as they swing it inbound to Brewster. Brewster back up top to Anderson. Anderson over to Jenkins. Jenkins sheds her man. Jordanelle going for the steal. Gets it back out to Anderson. She hits a 3 again, her second. She had nothing in the first half and quickly has 6 here in the second, and it's a 20-point lead, partner.
Yeah, and what's weird is Anderson not really a great three-point shooter. She only shoots 32%. However, that does lead the team.
So Riverton now, Lady Tigers not even pressing. They try and get it to Martinez. It's slapped out of bounds, I think, by Anderson. So she's having herself a little active first 2 minutes and 7 seconds of this third quarter.
Yeah, Paisley always plays hard, and she's always the energy getter off the bench, and she's in trouble.
Jackson, to avoid a 5-second call, smartly throws off the knees of Anderson. Anderson looks over like, what? But it was a smart move not to have to burn a timeout right now. Jackson with it again. She's going to have to inbound it. She does to Martinez. Martinez for 3. Good!
Well, her ankle looks like she's doing fine there.
Nice to see her get a 3, kind of her specialty here on senior night. 5:42, 5:41 to play in the third. 29-12. Up top to James. James gets it over to Essay. Essay over to Webb, who is checked in. Back to James. Gets it to Anderson on a cut. Nice move, but she cannot finish. Gets her own rebound, goes up, and is going to get fouled. That's either going to be against Camden or Savannah. And it's going to go against Camden. So that's Camden's first, team first of the second half. But it was a shooting foul. So Anderson, who it's been all her in the second half for both teams basically, is going to the line for 2. What's her free throw percentage?
92%.
Well, and of course, she makes the first one. She almost missed it, but she should make both at 92%.
Yeah, she's by far the best.
That's rivaling like J.J. Redick of Duke fame and Steve Kerr of the NBA fame, and she hits both of them. So maybe she just was getting off to a slow start in the first half, but quickly she has 8.
And that has already surpassed her season average of 4.9 points.
Jackson to Martinez. Martinez looking to go underneath, gets it stolen away and ripped away, and we're going to have a break. It's going to be Webb all the way, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Paisley Jackson. Jackson looking to break the other way. She does not have numbers. It's 2-on-4. She needs to slow up. She is now trapped on the sideline, and she smartly throws it off the leg of Webb. And something defensively for the Rock Springs team is basically looks like stirring a bowl, because that's exactly what Jenkins did over at the coach. Not sure what that means. We'll get Travis investigatively on it. Sheets inbounded to, gets it to Jackson. Jackson drives, goes all the way, puts it too hard off the backboard, and no good. She was looking for the foul. Anderson's going to quickly walk. She knows it. She smiles. That's really her first mistake, Travis, of this second half.
Yeah, but that could be a costly mistake depending on what points get added here. I know it's a 31-12 game, but, I mean, on senior night, I've seen crazy stuff happen.
Olheiser's going to inbound it. She's now in. Sheets has it. Actually, Olheiser's been in. Sheets has it, brings it over to the left, gets it to Anderson, takes the screen from Sheets. Anderson has it up top, tries to beat Jackson underneath, threw it into 3 Lady Tigers. So I think we might get a jump ball. We could have a jump ball. No, we're going to get a foul, and that's most definitely going to be against Say.
Yeah, very good job there by Paisley Jackson getting active. She got the ball stolen. She's like, I'll take it right back. Thank you very much.
That's a Say's second, team first of the second half. Sheets inbounding from her own baseline, has to go deep. Gets it to Martinez, who was almost fighting with Gracie Olheiser. Martinez for 3. Bam!
Martinez coming back out of that after the apparent injury, and now quickly 6 points.
She's got 8 on the day now, 31-15. Still a double-digit lead here, 16-point lead with 4:10 to go in the third. Rock Springs looking to probe the inside, but kicks out to Webb. Webb over to the left to Assay. Assay gets it to Anderson, back up to James up top. James guarded by Anderson. She's going to reset the play as she takes a couple steps back out. She does not like what she sees. She picks up her dribble, gets it to Webb on the right wing. Screen set. She drives the middle, puts it up, and good.
Way too easy of a lane again there for the Lady Tigers.
The help defense a little too slow to react. 33-15, under 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Sheets is going to bring it towards the top, gets it to Engstrom. Engstrom brings it back up top, looks for Anderson, but doesn't pass it, keeps her dribble, gets it over to Sheets. Sheets for 3, no good. Almost rebounded by Engstrom, but it looks like Brewster is going to come away with it. Brewster getting no help, so she just decides to take it all the way herself up into the half court. She's guarded by Engstrom. Engstrom on her like glue. Sent inside, back out to Webb. Webb gets it to James. James backs up, resets the play with 3:04 to play in the third. Webb gets it, looks to drive the middle. They're going to get a little bitty chintzy foul there, I do believe. Little ticky-tack thing. And that is going to go against... They're not going to tell us, are they, Travis? Yes, now they tell us. Gracie Olheiser's first, team second in the half with 3 minutes to go. Inbounding by Rock Springs. It's definitely an arm bar, basically, in the back, but it was, from what they've been letting go, it was a little surprising. Gets it inbounds, kicked back out to Webb. Webb gets it to James. James picks up a dribble, gets to Anderson. Anderson for 3. She's 3 for 3 this half.
Anderson really starting to feel it. I feel like now for the Lady Wolverines, you're going to look for Savannah Martinez. She's got the hot hand.
Indeed, 11 points on the night, all in this third quarter. So she is, do we dare say the NBA Jam thing?
Not yet.
She is on fire. She's hit 3 in a row.
Okay.
So she officially gets the on fire. Martinez, a long 3, no good. Rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got a wide open person on a break, but she chooses not to take it. Almost walks, gets it to James for 3. She hits nothing but net, but the only problem was it didn't go through the iron first. Just hit the bottom of the net. So turnover, 36-15, 21-point lead with 2:06 to play in the third.
Savannah on that 3-point shot, that was a heat check.
Jackson with it, gets it to Johnson, who's now in the game for your Lady Wolverines. Nice little cut by Engstrom, but it is cut off. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson unable to contain the pass in her two hands, but finally corrals it. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson guarded by Brewster. Anderson looks to drive. Anderson will drive. She puts it up. No good, but they are going to get Brewster, I do believe, on the foul.
Good move there by Jordan L. Anderson to get to beat Anderson, or Brewster, I'm sorry, and get to the line.
Brewster, her second, team second. Jordanelle going to the line. She puts the first one up and no good. She is still seeking her first points of the game.
And that's, for Jordanelle, that's something that we have seen all season. She's more of the defensive side of the ball than offensive, but you'd like to see her get these free throws, this next one especially.
Did I just say first point of the season?
Yeah.
No, first point of the night. She puts up, and she has it. So that is her first, now 20-point lead, 36-16, minute 42 to go in the third. Riverton now in that press. Maddie Fossey leading the way. She is on Jenkins, trying to cover her. Jenkins, a little bit of a push off, not going to call that. Gets to Anderson now, back over to Brewster. Brewster brings it up top, about 4 feet away from the three-point line. Gets it over to Jenkins. Jenkins harassed by Paisley Jackson, but winds up with Anderson with a wide open three, and she's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. 4 for 4 from three, add in 2 free throws. She's got 14 in the third quarter.
Yeah, now we can do the NBA Jam thing.
39-16, Jackson with it, shoots from 15, hits good.
That was a really weird-looking shot, but it went through, so we're
Quickly breaking the press. James takes it all the way up and good. So quickly, 41-18, under 48 seconds to play in the third. Stolen away by James as Paisley was trying to break the press. She's going to take it in. She's going to look to put it up and rattles it home and good. And now it's a roll they're on.
Yeah, now the Lady Wolverines a little bit of trouble here.
Jackson bringing it. We're past a little bit. Let's just be honest with the people. Stolen by James. That's her second steal on 2 straight possessions. She stops, fires, misses. Rebound by Jenkins. Jenkins tries to swing it all the way over to Brewster. Does. 15-footer. No good. Jenkins gets her own rebound. Gets it to, that was Brewster with the rebound. Gets it to Jenkins, who drives. Puts it up. Bounces it. No good. Rebound by Harris. Up and good.
Quickly.
4 seconds, 3 seconds, 45-18. I don't think they're going to get a shot off there. Jackson tries to, but she wouldn't have beaten the clock. It was definitely in her hands. So after 3, Lady Tigers dominant in the third quarter, 45-18. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on KTAK.
According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for...
Sorry, Cody. We'll get back to the WYDOT ad in a minute. We've now entered the fourth quarter. It is all Lady Tigers. They scored 1 point shy of their entire first half total in the third. Lady Wolverines going to start off. They get sheets over to Olheiser. Olheiser inside to Engstrom. Engstrom puts it up in close and wide.
And the bench and everybody on the floor gets hype.
So Haley's going to go to the line. That's her first basket of the game. Chance to get the traditional three-point play.
Foul was on Sydney Harris, number 33.
Her free throw is up and good. So that's team third of the second half. The second one for Harris. They're bringing it up. James hands it off to Jenkins. Jenkins to James. James is going to be harassed by Maddie Fossey out around the volleyball stripe. Gets over to Jenkins now around the three-point line. She's guarded by Sheets. She blows by Camden and puts it up and good.
That was an easy, again, drive there by Jenkins.
That was a nice first step, and she had it all the way after that. Sheets bringing it up. Her final moments here at Riverton High School as she is a senior, and it's going to go to Fossey. Fossey throws it away, picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins on the right wing. She's going to look to drive. Stops from 15, doesn't take it. James from the corner drives, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Harris, up, and no, they're going to say no good. I'm guessing they're going to either say on the floor or it's offensive. They're going to say it's against 25 Olheiser, but it was on the floor, team third. I don't know about that, partner. That looked like a pretty pure, traditional three-point play.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing you could say is that was maybe at the same time, and I guess tie goes to the runner kind of thing here.
Well, yeah, I guess. So inbounded to Anderson of the Lady Tigers. She gets it back over to Jenkins. Jenkins sheds her defender, shoots for three, good.
And you expected that. You almost expected that, being held in check for most of the game. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Sheets bringing it up. She's going to look to bring it up the left side. Gets it over to Fossey. Fossey getting it back up to Sheets. Sheets to Olheiser. Olheiser throws away, but Fossey, the recipient anyway, though, misses a floater. Gets it. Olheiser with the rebound. Olheiser for three. No good. Comes away to Rock Springs, and they get it to Anderson, who was magnificent in the third quarter. She swings it all the way up to Assay. Assay back up to Anderson. They find Assay all alone underneath. She cannot convert, though. Good recovery by Gracie Olheiser, and Maddie Fossey slaps it out of bounds.
Yeah, Olheiser playing really good defense. Nice recovery for sure. But the ball stays with Rock Springs with just about 6 minutes left in this one.
Rock Springs inbounding it. Inbound goes to Jenkins. Jenkins from the same spot she shot the three, but just a two, as she was just a foot on the line, and she hits from long range. So she's now heating up. It's like a roulette of who's going to be the hot hand for Rock Springs, Travis, as she's out to a quick 7 here to start the fourth. Inbound goes all the way down under Jordanelle Anderson. She has her first field goal of the night. Nice move and post up by her. 52-23 as we go under 5.5 to play. Anderson harassed by a trap by Olheiser and Fossey, but they eventually find James, the open man. She picks it up and good, and the hoop and the harm.
Yeah, the Lady Tigers starting to really run away with this. They're getting anything they want. They have, as I'm looking up at the scoreboard, 3 different players with more than 10 points. That is not a good combination if you're the Lady Wolverines.
No, it is not. Jordanelle Anderson's going to be called for the foul. That's her third, as she will go to the bench. James with the free throw. It's up, and it is good. So now we're at 55-23. We're at a 32-point lead for the Lady Tigers with 5:22, 5:21 to play in the game. Sheets is going to bring it up. Looks to be a moderate, like box and one, almost 3-2-ish look. They keep kind of switching back and forth, but it's a 3-2 zone. They get Anderson underneath. She puts up. She cannot hit the open layup, and that's the second time she's been able to get in position to take advantage of it. Unfortunately for Riverton, she could not take advantage of it the second time down.
Yeah, she was wide open for a long time. If they would have found her earlier, that would have been easy.
They get it all the way, quickly breaking the press, and Assay misses. Rebound goes to Sheets. It was a beautiful breaking of the press by Rock Springs, but just like Anderson on the other side, a missed layup by Assay.
And that one was just unforced.
Assay, interesting, the tallest player at the top of the 3-2 zone. Savannah with it on the wing, drives down, gets it to Sheets. Sheets picks it up, gets it up, shoots a weird three, completely misses everything. I don't know if she thought she was about to travel or she was going to get fouled, but it was a very awkward shot attempt from her, and she's usually pretty good about sizing up her shots and getting good form.
Yeah, it looked like she was on the verge of traveling there.
Anderson with it to James. James looking to drive, gets a nice screen, does drive, puts it up, and no good. Rebound is going to be taken away, or they're going to call a jump ball, and we now go to the worst thing to happen to me since my coffee was cold this morning. The possession rule here in Riverton. It will favor the Rock Springs Lady Tigers. They get a nice cut by James, but Gracie Olheiser able to stymie her. They swing it out for a three. No good by Jenkins. Rebound by Olheiser. Good defensive possession and rebound there by Gracie.
So just to let you know, we're not getting away from that cold coffee comment anytime soon.
Okay, that's fine. Martinez with it, and now we see the bench being emptied by Rock Springs. They're going to substitute. Sheets for three, misses it. No longer the hot hand, and it goes out of bounds with 3:45 to play. So 32-point game, 55-23 with 3:45 left. Olheiser comes out, and now we've got, who comes in? Paisley Jackson, it looks like. And you do wonder, will Jackson let the seniors ride this out and play this out, or will there be a moment where he subs them out to get a great thank you from this Riverton crowd?
I feel like that's what's going to happen for sure.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. Harris has it for them, gets it to Lionberger. Back to Harris. Harris loses it, and Haley Engstrom comes away with it. Haley Engstrom's had a very productive couple of weeks. Unfortunately for Riverton, none of the secondary scorers can kind of get on the same page at the same time. So we wind up with games like today. But there is some bright future with some of these players. They swing over to Jordanelle. Jordanelle misses. Martinez with the rebound, up and good.
Nice placement there by Martinez, getting that low in the low post and getting the shot up and good.
So she now has 10 points on the game. Nice to see her get double digits on her senior night. Swung to Lionberger of Rock Springs. They get it over to Hanson. Hanson goes to Nadrup. You're going to have to bear with me, folks. They got all new players in. Stolen away, almost taken by Engstrom. Great effort by Jackson on that, too. And we have a timeout by Rock Springs. We'll take it with them and go pay some bills here on KTAK.
Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back to coverage of Lady Wolverine basketball. 2:44 to go. You're here with Kevin Shields and Travis Guston, I think it is. Cody Beers, thank you for correcting us on that. As we go into the final 2:40, it's 55-25, 30-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Martinez almost with steal, but Harris gets it, swings out, and winds up in Lionberger's head, hands over to Natrup. Natrup over to, I can't tell, to Hanson. Hanson back to Lionberger, and back up top to Nadrup. She tries to drive. They're going to get Martinez with the foul there. That's going to be her third, team fifth, and Nadrup, I think Nandrup is going to the line. Nandrup. If you're listening from Rock Springs, I greatly apologize if I'm butchering her name.
So one of the things I've noticed as the first one is up and good by Nandrup is that a lot of the fans here have really held with this Lady Wolverines team all season here, and they're not going to change it with this large lead.
Nope, second free throw's up, hits all the iron but falls through. So 57-25. Did you say earlier that we had a score update, Travis?
Yes, Thermopolis defeated Newcastle on their senior night. Lady Bobcats 62-33.
Anderson with it on the right side, goes all the way cross court to Sheets. Sheets gets it to Engstrom up top, who gets it to Jackson. Jackson on the left wing looks to drive, kicks out to Sheets. Sheets to Martinez, who's up top. Martinez looking to drive. She's going to have to pick it up, bounce pass to Engstrom up top, who gets it to Sheets. No open looks at all, almost stolen. Gotten over to Martinez, though, who's up top as we go under a minute 50 to play in this senior night game. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson for three. No good. Rebound by Engstrom. She puts it back up. Oh, no good. Rebound by Anderson. Nope. She's going to get fouled, I do believe, though. Foul is going to go against number 20. That is Webb. That's her second, team fourth against Rock Springs with 1:38 to go. So it looks like, Johnson and Maddie Fossey are up. We could be seeing the seniors here, Travis. Let's give them a nice follow on the video. And Sheets is gotten out, and no, they're not. They're taking out three. They're taking Anderson, Jackson, Engstrom out as Fossey, Brown, and Johnson come in. Inbound pass by Johnson, and it leads to a tie-up. So that's the worst thing since I found pulp in my orange juice when I was 3 years old, that being the possession arrow. So, but it's going to favor Riverton, and here goes Johnson on the inbound again. Johnson inbounds it to Brown. Brown getting her first action of the night. Rarely seen her this year, but I'm sure we'll see more of her in years to come. Johnson has it up top. She's going to hand it off to, not Brown, as she overran it. Martinez gets it. Martinez looking to drive, and she's going to get held. Foul is going to go, I think the foul may go against Webb yet again. Foul's going against Lionberger, her first, team fifth in the second half. 1:21 to go, and this gym is starting to fill up. Wish they could have been here a little earlier, but I know people getting off work and everything. So exciting senior night for the boys upcoming. Brown has it off the inbounds, gets it Johnson. They feed Martinez inbound. She looks to go with a little up and under, no good, well short. And Rock Springs pulls it away as we go under 1:05 to play in the game. Lionberger with the game, she gets it to Hanson. Hanson feeds Harris in the post. She guarded by Martinez, kicks it out. Three-pointer up by Hanson. No good, airballed. Rebound comes away to Sheets. Sheets is going to bring it up in the half court. We're under 50 seconds to play. I keep waiting for him to pull the seniors, and he may not. That may be a tradition here that they get to ride out their last game. Sheets gets it to Martinez. Martinez with it basically up top around three-point line. She looks to go to her left. She hands it to Johnson. Under 35 to go. Johnson looks to drive, puts it up. A wild shot, no good, as she drove and then shot it awkwardly. Under 30 to go. They look to break. Does Rock Springs? Harris loses control of it. She's able to save it at first, but goes out of bounds with 22.7.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Coach McIntosh. I like it. He's just going to be let him go.
Just going to let him play. They do have 2 more games left in this season. Obviously, we'll be at Natrona tomorrow as we go under 20 seconds, and then Cody next week. And then at least 1 game promise, I don't know how many, in the region tournament. That'll be here at home. Martinez with it, gets it to Sheets. Sheets looking to drive, gets it to Fossey. Fossey underneath, puts it up and good.
Good shot. Good look there by Fossey.
1 second left, and that'll be the ball game. So final here from Riverton High School, 57-27, all Lady Tigers of Rock Springs. We'll be right back here on KTAK with our probably abbreviated Click It or Ticket postgame show.
Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK. Again, your final of the girls' game of the Lady Wolverines. Lady Wolverines 27, Lady Tigers of Rock Springs 57. And tell us what you thought of the game there, Travis.
Man, this was one of those games where if you're the Lady Wolverines, you have a bad taste in your mouth, right? The Lady Tigers played extremely well third quarter. They had that one player go off, and it was absolutely insane to watch her. She went 4 for 4 from the three-point line, and I mean, it was a tough game for the Lady Wolverines for sure. But like you said, I believe in the fourth quarter, a lot of bright spots for the Lady Wolverines in the next season to come. But like you said, we've still got a little bit more to go.
All right. As far as stats go on the game, the leading scorer for the game for both teams was James with 15 for Rock Springs, followed by Anderson, who had that remarkable third quarter, scoring all for 14. Jenkins with 13. And then it kind of drops off over there. Say with 5, Harris with 4, and then Brewster, Webb, and Nadrup with 2 each. For your Riverton Lady Wolverines, 6 by Paisley Jackson, 3 by Camden Sheets, the senior, Engstrom and Anderson all with 3. Maddie Fossey with 2. And your Papa Murphy's player of the game, who'da thunk it, Savannah Martinez, the senior, with 12. So we're going to have Savannah and Camden with us at halftime of the boys. That's going to conclude your Click It or Ticket postgame show, because we're going to segue really quickly into the pregame show by Bailey's Tire and Auto. We'll be right back with senior night here at Riverton High School on KT.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's.
All right, thank you for that. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Makes the models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
All right, we're back on KTAK. Quickly, we just want to give that commercial sponsor to finish up theirs, and we're at senior night. So I'm guessing that we're only going to see the boys here, as we've already seen the girls and the cheerleaders. It looks like the first one, you know him, you love him. He's the big man in the middle, number 12, Lucas Engel. He's here with his parents, who, Travis, you got to speak to them the other night.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice people, very lovely people to talk to. They are very pumped about having him here at Riverton.
Smart man just thanked his girlfriend. One of his favorite things to do, evidently, is watch car crashes on TV. So hope they're the kind that don't involve any fatalities. Our next senior is going to be, of course, we can't fail to mention Lucas Engel was All-State in football. Tanner Johnson up next. He's going to be accompanied by his sister and his mom and his dad.
I also had an opportunity to talk to Tanner Johnson, another nice young man. Man of very few words, but on the court, he's hot-handed.
So Tanner's going to be evidently take his kicking game to Montana Tech next year. Interesting, I'll probably have to go up and see that because one of the guys from this high school I came from in Georgia is going to Montana State to play football. Tanner Johnson. And the third one, or next up, is going to be Derek Lang.
Our next honored senior is Derek Lang. He's here tonight with his parents, Rich and Tanya.
Rich and Tanya's parents are with him, and his brother as well. His brother, a former Wolverine. He doesn't know what his next step will be, but that's all right. I remember being that age. You're allowed not to know what you're going to do. At our age, Travis, though, we have to know, and that's kind of sad comparatively. I remember those carefree days.
Partner, there's a 30-year gap between me and you.
No, there's not. That would make you 17. He likes to grab yogurt from the cooler, evidently, so he's a healthy eating boy. As most people listening tonight can tell, if you look over here, I like to grab the ice cream from the cooler.
A lot of it.
Oh, that's harsh. All right, and our last senior, I do believe, is going to be Ace Sage.
He's accompanied tonight by Elk Sage and Carrie Grossbeck. Ace says his future
He is accompanied by a large group of family and loved ones. His goal is to succeed in his future life, wherever that takes him. So, and boy, check out that young man, dapperly dressed in a red and black suit.
Yeah.
The full red suit as a Georgia Bulldog. You know, they won the national championship in football. I have to give that young man a good hunker down and go Dogs. So let's give a round of applause for Derek Lang, Tanner Johnson, Ace Sage, and Lucas Engel, the seniors here at Riverton High School. We'll be right back with more Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show here on KTAK.
Sweets is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back to the Bailey Tire and Auto Service pregame show here on KTAK on senior night. And we're told neon light night, so finally I'm seeing a little bit, but not, well, the students do kind of stick out like a yellow thumb. So Rock Springs tonight, Travis. Rock Springs not the most prolific scoring team at only 43.5 per, where Riverton's up around 49. And that could spell problems for Rock Springs as what is the identity of this Riverton team? Team defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Last time Rock Springs and Riverton met, it was a 10-point win for Riverton. And so it's really going to be interesting to see because in that game, Riverton scored 57 points. They have not done that in a hot minute because they've been playing a lot better defense and a lot more constricting defense. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a replay we get of this game. Will we see the same kind of offense we did when we first played against Rock Springs, or do we play like we've been playing with the constricting defense and hold them to like 10 points? So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be interesting for sure.
Well, the one thing that Rock Springs would have to do against our Wolverines is out-rebound them. Unfortunately for Riverton, that's not hard to do. Riverton is dead last in 4A at rebounding. Now, don't get me wrong, Rock Springs isn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Charles Barkley, and Dennis Rodman, but they do out-rebound. Unfortunately, on the team defensive side, Riverton for Rock Springs, the Wolverines are #1 in the state. They have the best opponent field goal attempts. They allow the fewest points, one of the best opponent field goal percentages, and on and on and on again. They lead 4A in blocks. They are in the top 5-ish in opponents' turnovers, and only Thunder Basin #1 and Sheridan have more steals per game. So, and I think a lot of those stats still, Riverton's at the top, but maybe not the very top, because really for the first half of the season, we didn't know the identity. It just started to gel probably in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense is what is keeping Riverton in these ball games. They are playing outstanding defense. If you've not seen Riverton in the last couple of weeks, you're in for some really hardcore defense. They play well, they play concise, and they play very constricting defense. I believe it was when we were in Evanston, partner. Correct me if I'm wrong. They only allowed 1 point in the entire third quarter. It was 3 points in the entire third quarter.
And that was the second time they'd done that this season.
Right, and so that's what you're going to get, we think, tonight. Now, again, we're looking around, and I'm looking around here. I'm looking behind us, and we've got a crowd here. And so we're going to probably see it's going to be interesting because when you're playing in front of a crowd on senior night, all the adrenaline's flowing. We may see some shots flying here tonight.
Well, for Rock Springs, it's going to come down to Biter, is it not? Brock Biter, unfortunately for him, he's the only one in the top 10 in scoring for them, whereas right above him is Tanner Johnson and Parker Paxson. Paxson, past couple games, taking a little bit of a backseat in scoring. Didn't have 9 in the game at Green River, but almost all of them from the line when they were trying to foul to get back in it. So we'll see how that pans out. I don't think it pans out well with a team defense that has had no problem with lockdown defender Jason Vincent, right behind him Parker Paxson, and they've got really one main threat to worry about.
We cannot have a start like we did at Evanston, however. Evanston, we thought was going to be an easy win. We came out a little slow. That cannot be what happens against Rock Springs tonight.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll be right back with the Sutherland starting lineup here on KTAK.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors. Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to KTK in the Sutherland's starting lineup as Rock Springs Tigers come visiting here at Riverton High School to see your Wolverines on senior night. Starting for the Rock Springs Tigers, a 6'3" senior shooting guard, number 11, Brock Biter. A 5'9" sophomore, number 12, Javon Newman. A 5'8" senior, number 13, Ethan Wiley. A 6'3", I'm noticing a trend here with 6'3" people. 6'3" junior, number 23, Trenton Butcher. And a 6'6" senior, center, Isaac Schoenfield. And for your Riverton Wolverines, number 11, Jason Vincent. A senior, number 13, Ace Sage. A senior, number 20, Derek Lang. A senior, number 23, Tanner Johnson. And a senior, number 45, Lucas Engel. The coach for Rock Springs we don't have that. So I've got the assistant. I do not have the head coach. The assistant coaches for your Wolverines are Dick Quayle, Pat Patterson, Kirk Paxton, and head coach Bo Sheets.
Head coach for the Rock Springs Tigers is Bill Rosette.
Thank you. And we will be tipping it off here. It looks like no surprise. 6'6" Schoenfield will be jumping it up against Lucas Engel. So they're going to be going, Riverton going to be going left to right on your radio dial here as we get ready to start here. Thank you to Sutherland's for sponsoring that starting lineup. Let's get the score cam back up for you as we get ready to tip this off. Engel and Schoenfield. The ref throws it up, won by Rock Springs. We've got a nice crowd here tonight. Hopefully the students be as loud as Lander Valley. in the half court. Rock Springs gets it over to Biter. Biter looking to drive, gets it back off a give and go. Stolen by Tanner Johnson as he tried to give it back. Vincent up to Johnson. Back up to Vincent. Vincent playing the role as Parker Paxton not in the game as he's not starting and Sage is. Sage for two, no good. Crowd really wanted that. Rebound comes away. Sage has got to watch the foul there. They feed it to Biter. Biter looking to drive, and Derek Lang is on him. Schoenfield from 15 airballs it, and the student's gonna let him have it.
I love this atmosphere already. We're not even a minute into it, and this place is already hopping.
7:19 to go. No score on the ball in the game. Tanner Johnson on the ball, gets it to Sage. Sage fakes a three, looks to drive, kicks it out to Lucas Engel. Engel looking to drive, dishes it to Lang, but it was read by Biter. Biter on the run. He's hounded by Vincent. He puts up a shot, and it's good.
They are early trying to find Ace Sage. You can already feel it in the crowd.
Well, because you can kind of feel typically like when Roy Williams used to do this at North Carolina, Dean Smith, that you know Parker's coming in at some point. Johnson with the runner is up and good by Tanner.
That's something we're used to, Tanner Johnson scoring.
15-foot floater, nice way to start the night for that senior. 6:37, 2-2. Here in Riverton, the students on their feet, not making any noise. If someone's over there, tell them to chant defense or something. Give us some ambiance here. Schoenfield up top, gets it over to Newman. Newman, I can't help but think of Seinfeld when I think of that name. No offense to the kid. Wiley has it. Wiley's going to shoot from 19. He's no good. Up and over is Rock Springs able to get the rebound. They kick it back out. Stolen by Lucas Engel. That was forced by Sage. And here comes Engel. Engel going to go all the way across court. Tanner almost had an open look, but good closeout by Butcher. Lucas Engel gets the ball for three. No good. Sage going for the rebound. Can't get it. And Butcher comes away with it. Biter now in the half court for Rock Springs. Under 5:45 to play in the first. Gets it to Wiley. Wiley to Newman and over to Butcher, I do believe. Gets up to Biter. Tipped away almost by Vincent. And guess who's on Biter? Their best player. It's Jason Vincent. Up top is Butcher. Butcher to Newman. Newman to Biter. Biter gets it to Wiley. Wiley's going to fake a three. He shakes Sage, puts up at the two. No good. Rebound by Sage, though. He gets it to Vincent, and here come your Wolverines. Vincent looking to break down Newman. He does. Gets it to Lang. Lang puts it up. Up and good! Hooping hard for Derek Lang.
What a good look there by Derek Lang. And now Parker Paxton here at the scorer's table. So we will see him come in for
Sage. No, Vincent.
No, somebody.
No, somebody. I don't know. We have 6 on the floor. It's got to be somebody. Vincent's going to come out. Paxton coming on. And Derek Lang, not known for his scoring at contributions, is going to the line for a traditional three-point play. That foul was on Butcher, his first team first against Rock Springs.
Partner, I feel like it's going to be Ace Sage to score, then we'll see him come out. That would be really cool.
Lang is going to take 2 dribbles, puts the free throw up, and no good, hard off the back iron. Rebound by Biter. Biter gets it over to Newman. Newman's going to bring it over the timeline to set up the offense for Rock Springs. Gets it to Butcher. Butcher looks at a 3 but doesn't take it. Thought about it. He squared up but gets it back up to Wiley. Wiley looking to shake Sage but gets it to Biter. Biter inside to Wiley, to Butcher, who gets it back to Biter. Biter has to bring it out from underneath. We might get jumped. No, we're going to get a foul. I think Engel was in position to get that, but Paxton may have came over the back. But nope, they're going to give it to Engel. His first, team first. And for some reason, I marked them that way.
Ace Sage coming out of the game, partner. Nice little round of applause for him.
And coming in the game is Kate Gabrielson. Inbound by Biter to Wiley. Wiley gets it to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld to Wiley. Wiley up to Newman up top. They'll reset the offense. He swings it over to Butcher. Butcher looks to get it to Biter. Biter went for a cut, and Tanner Johnson is the recipient of the easy steal. I am now unable to talk or hear myself. I can hear myself off and on.
All right, so we're going to get him back to work in here.
So I can't call the game, though. And Butcher has it, gets it over to Wiley. Wiley to Bider. Bider up top, guarded by Johnson, gets it over to Butcher. Butcher to Wiley. Wiley to Schoenfeld. Good defense in the man-to-man by Riverton. Gets it back up to Newman and to Bider, who Chandler Johnson has. Johnson screened off by Schoenfeld, but recovers. Gets it over to Wiley. There is absolutely nothing in this defense for Rock Springs. Riverton's totally harassing them. Schoenfeld gets it over to Newman. Newman to Butcher. Seems like I'm just calling out names. Butcher with a long three. Good.
Great shot there by Butcher.
Completely contested there, too.
Absolutely.
5-4 after the shot there, and we've got it with Kate Gabrielson. Gabrielson getting a screen from Lucas. Lucas over to Paxson. Paxson drives. He's cut off. He's going to get it stripped. They're going to call a foul, and the entire bench of Rock Springs is upset.
Yeah,
foul is going to go against 12. Newman, his first, team second.
Everyone jumped up on the bench there, and everyone very upset about that call.
All right, and that's good. Derek Lang is going to come out. Vincent back in the game. Johnson is going to inbound the ball underneath his own basket with 3:13 to play in the first. They get to Engel, and Engel gets over to Gabrielson. Gabrielson trying to get into Johnson, but he's harassed by Butcher. They're not leaving him. Gabrielson drives, tries to bounce it in to Engel, and it's picked up and no good. Not no good, stolen. Newman brings it up. Newman to Bider. Bider inside. Winds up in Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld check, no, by Engel. Absolutely no, and Paxson comes on the break. Gabrielson for three, no good. Rebound by Rock Springs. So 5-4, still 2:39 to play in the first. Newman bringing it up. A slow start for Riverton offensively.
Yeah, and that's something, again, we talked about not wanting to have again like we did against Evanston.
Bider with it, gets it over to Newman. Newman's going to look probably to get it inside to Thomas, but Engel's going to come away with the steal on that pass. It winds up in Gabrielson's hands. Gabrielson bringing it down. Gabrielson looking to get it to Paxton. Paxton looking to drive. Paxton from 15, no good. Vincent skies for the rebound to Gabrielson. Gabrielson faked a three, then moved around, then now he's driving in. He gets it out to Vincent. Vincent looking to drive. No, he picks it up. They're going to call a off-the-ball push, I do believe, against Rock Springs. It is going to be against Thomas, his first, team third. Third team foul. Johnson is going to come out of the game. So substitution in for Riverton. Looks like DeVries is in. Paxton going to look to drive. Skies up, puts it up and in. All right, 6-5, minute 39 in the first. Rock Springs with the ball. Schoenfeld gets it over to Butcher. Butcher to Wiley. Wiley back to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld with it looking. He gets it to Wiley. Wiley looking to drive. Paxton all over him. Wiley gets a screen from Thomas, but he's unable to shake Paxton. To Bider. Bider shoots for two. He's going to get a foul drawn on him, and it's going to be two shots. I think Jason Vincent's probably going to get the call on that. He is his first, team second. So Bider going to go to the line for his. He's got two on the night as it's 6-5 Wolverines.
Bider, a 60% free throw shooter.
Bider puts the first one up and is no good. So missed by Bider, team's leading scorer. The fans giving him a little bit of grief are the students. Bider with his second one is up and good. So 6-all with 1:17 to go in the first. Gets it to Gabrielson. Gabrielson faked the three, but gets it back up to Paxton. Coach Sheets signals in what he wants to do, and it gets to Vincent. Vincent looks to drive. He's cut off. He looks to hand it to Gabrielson. Gabrielson floats in and good. 8-6. Wolverines under a minute to go here. Wiley bringing it up for Rock Springs. He's going to look to drive. He hands it off instead, or passes it off to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld to Thomas. Thomas puts it up and good. Paxson going to bring it up over the timeline as we go under 35 seconds. DeVries with it on the right wing. Screen by Engel. DeVries to Paxson. Paxson on the baseline. Brings it back up top. Throws it to Engel. Engel sets a screen for Gabrielson. Gabrielson almost loses control. DeVries tracks it back down. Saves it out to Engel. Engel to Vincent up top, under 16 to play in the first quarter. I think they're probably waiting for the last shot there, Travis.
Yeah, and that's definitely what they're looking for. Tie ball game. Again, slow start, and you got the ball who you wanted into, Parker Paxton.
6 seconds, 5 seconds. Paxton, long two, misses. Engel goes up for it, can't score it in, and it's going to end at 8-8. So at the end of one, it's 8-8, tied between Rock Springs and your Wolverines. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Hello, I'm Janet K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that it would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton basketball. So far, not what Riverton wanted to see on senior night, as we're all tied at 8.
Yeah, slow start for sure for the Riverton Wolverines.
The traditional starters going to start the second quarter of Paxton, Johnson, Vincent, Lang, and Engel. Starters on for Rock Springs as well. We get an off-the-ball foul there. Looks like they're going to call a forearm in the back. That is going to go against Wiley, his first, team fourth.
Wolverines and Rock Springs, like we said, it feels like a lot like Evanston. Very slow start.
Inbounded to Engel. Hanson Johnson. Johnson drives. He's going to get blocked, but he's going to draw the foul too, as Biter, I think, was unable to get into good charge position. That foul is against Biter's team fifth. Tanner going to the line for 2 shots.
And that's, sorry, I didn't even want to talk about, he shot that so quickly. That's going to be something that the Wolverines need to make sure, and we talked about it last week, Achilles heel, the free throws.
Missed the first one. Second one on its way, missed as well. And we're going to have a timeout, 30-second by Rock Springs. We're going to take it 8-8 here with 7:41 to go in the second. We'll be right back on KTAK. And we're back on KTAK. Quick timeout, actually, 19 seconds into the second quarter there. Rock Springs, obviously, coach wanted to set something up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they set up. Again, really unique timeout there.
Really kind of bizarre, just 19 seconds after you just had 2 minutes worth of one. So inbound to Newman. Newman is going to bring it up. Newman to, I can't see the number, gets it to Butcher. Butcher almost walks, turnover to Engel. Engel feeds Vincent, but Vincent realizes he's not in control, gets it to Johnson. Johnson off a screen by Lang, gets it to Parker Paxton. Paxton looking to drive, kicks it to Vincent. Vincent on the left perimeter wing. He looks to drive off a screen by Engel. Gives it back over to Engel. Engel from 15. No good. Still cold. Bider with a baseball pass to Newman, who feeds it Schoenfeld. He goes up and in. It's good. And hoop and harm. Fouls going against.
It's got to be Lucas Engel.
It's got to be Lucas Engel, absolutely.
But it's not.
But it's not. You jinx it. It's going against Parker Paxton because he could get in there with two of the big boys and scrap, no doubt on that. Schoenfeld going to the line for a free throw. It's up and no good. Rebound by Engel, but still 10-8, Rock Springs. Tanner Johnson gets on the wing, long three, bam!
He said enough of this. We're going to make it our game now.
Johnson gives Riverton right back the lead, 11-10, 6:45 to play. Feeds it into Schoenfeld, does Rock Springs. They look to drive. He ducked the shoulder. That should not be a block, but boy, it's called that, and Sheets is livid.
Yeah, Sheets really hot on the sideline for all of about 10 seconds, and then he just gets calmed down. I love that about Coach Sheets. And then he talks to the official. Really not a good call there. It looked like he ducked the shoulder, definitely a charge, but they're going to take Lucas Engel out.
I understand he was moving. I get that. But that was definitely Wiley looking to Schoenfeld looking to duck his shoulder. So they inbound it out to Newman. That's team fourth, but that is the second against the senior Lucas Engel. Wiley to Bider, Bider to Butcher. Butcher inside to Thomas. Thomas puts it up and good. Great position by Thomas there on Tanner Johnson. Paxton brings it up over the timeline with 6:20, 12-11. Tight one here. Houck now in the game for Engel. He gets it to Lang. Lang looks to feed the post, but instead hands it off to Houck. Houck to Paxton. Paxton needs to heat up now. Engel out of the game, so does Tanner Johnson. Vincent looks to take it in. He does, maneuvers his body, misses, no good. And are we going to get a jump ball or are we going to get fouled? We're going to get jump ball. So it's going to be the worst rule in all of sports. It's worse than when I opened up blue Play-Doh and found yellow when I was 2.5 years old. The possession arrow, of course, that favors Rock Springs. And they bring it up, get it over to Wiley. Wiley up top to Bider. Bider gets a screen from Newman. Bider freed up by the screen, shoots from 15. You can't leave him open from that range, Travis.
And Bider right there looked over to the student section, gave a little motion right there. So it feels like he's getting a little warm.
Hey, he put the finger to the lips, try and shut him up. Yeah, because that always works, right? A visitor tells them that, they shut up, right? That's how it always works. They don't hound you even more. Vincent drives down, and he's going to be fouled. The foul's going to go against Wiley, his second, team sixth.
We've had a lot of fouls in this first half.
Schoenfeld is going to return, and Butcher's going to come in. Wiley taking a seat for Rock Springs. Inbound to Paxton. Paxton drives in, goes underneath the basket, comes out the other side, hands it to Johnson. Johnson looks to drive, puts up a little floater. No good from 4 feet. Rebound by Thomas. He just rips it away from Johnson, and it winds up in the hands of Newman. Newman brings it over, gets it to Bider. Bider to Thomas on the baseline. Back out to Newman, who loses control but is able to regain it. Paxton unable to steal it there. Zone defense, which has worked out very well throughout the season for Riverton as they are harassing them. And we're going to get a foul? Are we really?
On Tanner Johnson? No.
No, on Parker Paxton, his second. I don't see it. I just don't see that at all, but they're going to call it tight. We've seen it on both sides. Inbound goes to Thomas. He puts it up and good. So he's quickly got 4 in the quarter. 16-11, Rock Springs.
You can feel the crowd get a little bit tight, get a little anxious here.
Vincent Johnson up top. Johnson looking to drive. Johnson kicks it to Lang. Lang turns down an open three, looks to drive into trouble, tries to pass it amongst the trees, and it's hit out of bounds. And I've got a special request here, Travis. If any fan over on that side is listening to us, go up to the students and tell them that radio guy, Savannah calls me, to get loud. the students are deathly quiet.
Everyone is deathly quiet right now. Again, it's that anxious feeling.
They've been quiet the whole game, basically, except on the air ball. They need to get loud and will this team. This is when they need those fans. Gabrielson with it, gets it to Vincent. Vincent to Lang. Now Lang shoots a three. Air ball. Rebound by Gabrielson. Gets it to Monroe. Checked in. Hooping hard.
That's what this crowd was looking for. Everyone on their feet here.
Monroe, the JV sensation, coming in the game, going to the line for the traditional three-point play. Thomas gets the foul, his second. That may be good because he's been having a whale of a game so far. Team 7. Monroe puts the free throw up and good. He's got the three-point play. So immediately Monroe from the JV team comes in and ignites the fans, but now no defense chant, nothing like that. Actually, the students getting a little louder. 16-14 Rock Springs. 4:10 to go in the half. Gabrielson on Newman, who brings over the timeline. He gets over to Schoenfeld. Lang tried to get a steal. He couldn't. Vincent's on Biter. Oh, Schoenfeld's going to be open. He goes against Monroe. That's a mismatch. 2 is good.
I love that Monroe tried it, though. He went after the big man.
18-14. Gabrielson from 15 going to shoot a quick one. No good. Rebound goes to Fagel, who's in for Rock Springs. Biter now has it. Vincent on Biter. Biter looks to duck in, and they're going to call a little forearm on Vincent. They are calling it very, very tight. I do believe that's Jason's second. It is Team 6. So next foul by anybody, and it's everybody's in the 1-and-1. So very, very tightly called game here, Travis.
And we're going to find out who makes the adjustment on how the officials are calling it.
Butcher inbounds to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld tried to hit Biter. He can't. Now he kept his dribble, but stolen by Vincent. Tanner Johnson on a breakout, puts it up. That could have been an intentional foul from behind. I think Schoenfeld did get just enough in front at the end. It's going to go against him. Johnson misses the layup, and he's going to the line for 2. That is the team 8. So let's see. He takes one dribble, puts it up, and it's good.
And honestly, partner, if you're looking at the score and the time left, Riverton's having a blast right now because, I mean, it's their game. It's their kind of game. It's defensive.
Timeout's going to be called by Bo Sheets. Coach Bo is going to call a full timeout, so we'll take it with him and pay some bills here on KTAK.
It's Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
And we're back here on KTAK. Timeout by Coach Sheets, full timeout in between Tanner Johnson's free throw, and he puts the second one up and good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 18-16, 3:30 to go in the half. Gabrielson bringing it up. It is in the wheelhouse because they like a defensive battle. But, you know, based on Rock Springs' average, it's kind of in their wheelhouse, too.
Yeah,
Newman unable to keep control. Gabrielson wisely didn't go for that as tight as they're calling it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the adjustment I think Coach Sheets was talking about at that timeout.
Swung to Newman. Monroe with a nice deflection goes out of bounds. It will remain Rock Springs ball, but Monroe playing quality minutes here instead of, well, I don't know who we can say because Hout came in for Ingles, so just getting in the rotation. Stolen out of bounds by Gabrielson. Gabrielson gets it to Lang, and breaking is Riverton. Lang bringing it all the way up the court. He's going to drive down and hit. Tanner Johnson on 3. He takes it all the way up and knocks it! Tanner Johnson with the first slam we've seen, and the crowd loses their mind. I don't blame the Rock Springs coach for wanting the technical there. I also don't blame him for wanting the charge on Derek Lang. But the crowd now in it. Johnson with the dunk. At least we're going to give it to him as a full dunk. He earned it. Thrown away by Rock Springs as they bring it in the half court. And this crowd is now what we wanted. It's electric.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun now. Crowd's into it, bench is into it. Everybody's into it. We're into it.
18-18. Students getting into it. Patterson has checked in for Rock Springs. Gabrielson going to bring it up in an interesting lineup to get the crowd all jazzed into it. They feed it to Monroe. Monroe inside to Lang. Lang looking to back up in the post. Little baby hook. No good. Should have followed it for the rebound. It was there, but Biter comes away with it. DeVries now in the game. We've got a very interesting lineup on the floor. Monroe on top of Patterson. Patterson gets it over to Newman. Newman gets it to Fagel. Fagel to Biter. Biter looking to get off the Schneider a little bit, drives. They're going to get DeVries with a hand check, calling it tight. They're going to have to adjust this. So the foul is against DeVries, his first, team 7th. And Biter, who has 5 points on the game, at the halfway mark, about where he would be on the first half, but we're going to send him the line for freebies. What's his percentage, Travis?
So Biter is entering at a 60% free throw.
So not very good. And he misses the front end of the 1-and-1, rebounded by Monroe. Surprised at how bad some of these shooters are in our region at shooting free throws, Travis.
Yeah, that's something that you work on so much during practice.
Johnson has it. Johnson thought about the 3, but he is harassed by, I think Butcher has checked back in. Gabrielson has it now. He brings it to the right, bringing it back up top to DeVries on the left wing. DeVries swings all the way over to Gabrielson. Gabrielson brings it back up towards the right wing, gets it to DeVries on the baseline. DeVries looking. Now here's where you wonder who can score. Tanner Johnson for 3! No good! Rebound by Lang. Lang fights for it. Monroe fights for it. It's going to go out of bounds on Biter. And look at the frustration on Rock Springs players as they look over to their coach. And their coach is giving the ref an earful. And I think the ref, if I can read lips right, just said, okay, you've made your point.
Yeah, and you can, after that dunk by Tanner Johnson, everything is going against Rock Springs right now.
Inbounded to DeVries, tied at 18 with 1:23 to go in the half. DeVries to Gabrielson. Gabrielson looking to drive, spins into a trap, and we're going to get the worst thing since someone decided that wheat bread should be crustless in the bag, the possession arrow. It's going to favor Riverton, though, so we'll go, yay, for a moment.
I don't know what to say to that. I really don't.
The crustless bread, like you can't cut off your own crust. DeVries gets on him inbound. Lang with a fadeaway. No good, leaves it short, and DeVries goes flying in like a Scud missile over the back of Patterson, and they're going to call, I don't know which number 1.
It's DeVries.
No, they're going to call it on Patterson.
Oh.
They're going to say Patterson undercut him. That's their foul, his first team night. DeVries going to the line, shooting 1-and-1.
That was interesting because one official pointed to 1-1 and the other one pointed to the other one.
It could have gone either way. DeVries' first free throw up and no good, misses front end. Biter comes away with it for Rock Springs. Biter brings it over the timeline. We're under 1:05, 1:04. Biter going to his right, nice screen. I'll get it out at some point. And we're going to get a 1-and-1 foul called on DeVries. That might have been a little bit of a makeup call. It's his second, team 8th. That play on the other end of the court, though, was everybody just flying into each other. So could have gone either way. Biter, the 60% free throw shooter, going to the line for 1-and-1. And the students giving him a little grief. It's up, and it's pure.
Finally breaks the tie. We've been tied at 18 for a really long time throughout this second quarter. That's definitely something interesting to watch as Biter takes the second one up and good.
So Biter's found his range from the free throw line. That's his 7th on the night. Gabrielson bringing it over the timeline as we go under 55 seconds to play in the half. Very interesting lineup still, and as now we got Houck, Lang, Johnson, DeVries, and who am I missing? Gabrielson. We're going to get a foul against Rock Springs as they were just swinging the ball. Kind of a silly foul. That's going to go against Patterson. He quickly has 2. That's team 10th. So DeVries is going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fouls this first half.
18 team fouls. Well, we had a lot last week in Green River in the first half, but remember we had like 5 in the whole second half. DeVries' free throw up and good. Young man is on the is on the board now with a point, and he'll get the second one here as they are in the double bonus.
I feel like Riverton's still very comfortable with where they are, especially if it's tied.
DeVries, second one up and no good, so it's not tied. You jinxed it. Travis, oh, you're like the crust off wheat bread. Brought up by Biter. Biter looking to shake DeVries. DeVries, this is going to be really interesting. We haven't seen DeVries' defense tested like it will be him on Biter in the man-to-man. Hauk on it. Biter now gets the ball back, and DeVries is on him. He hands it off to Butcher. Butcher looking to drive, kicks out. Johnson got a handoff. DeVries with the steal. We have our answer. He takes it all the way up and in.
He heard you and he said, let me show you my defense.
Way to go, young man. Inbounded 21-20 Riverton with under 10 to play. Newman with it, gets it to Biter. I can't imagine Biter not taking the shot, but he hands it off to Conrad, who just checked in. Conrad to Biter. Biter going to have to turn and shoot a long three, and we fouled him. That was a silly foul by Tanner Johnson or Gabrielson. They both got him. It was a good foul. It's going against Gabrielson, but it was silly at the same point in time. So 0.5 seconds, he's going to shoot three. He was shooting desperation. Gabrielson and Tanner Johnson both throwing their hands up. Both got wrists. And so he's going to line for three. First one is up and good.
Crowd trying to get into it, trying to make him miss it.
So based on his percentage that you researched, he should miss these next two because he would be 60% in the second quarter. Nope. It's up and good.
You jinxed that one.
Yes, I did. Well, I blamed you, though. Crustless bread, Gustin.
I'm expecting someone to text me tomorrow and be like, what is talking about?
Third one's up and no good. Hauk skies for the rebound, and it's going to end like that. So after the first half, 22-21, Rock Springs in the lead on senior night. We'll be right back with our Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show here on KTAK.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage and the Tyler Watson State Farm Show, halftime show. We are here with one of the seniors from the Lady Wolverines, Camden Sheets. I'm going to give you the floor here a second. Say anything you want to your coach, to your parents, what have you, and let them know all about it.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone who got me here to my senior year, especially my coaches. My coaches really believed in me, really pushed me to be the best I could be. And then my dad, who's the boys' coach, he really, really did push me and got me in the gym in the summers and really worked with me. And then for my mom for encouraging me and always, coming to all my games. And then, of course, all my teammates.
You referenced Coach Bo Sheets as your father. Would you believe we've never referenced that? Not one time.
Not once.
Yeah, lightning's about to hit. So I want to ask you about this game, but also this game being your final game. But last game, you just 5%, or actually 5 for 5, wasn't it? 5 for 5 from the three-point line. Mm-hmm. Just absolutely on fire, and we hadn't seen that all season.
Yeah.
So what was going through at Evanston? What was going through your mind where you're just like, I've got it?
I really don't know. I think having the Green River game the night before, it was rough, and that definitely got to me, and I got to thinking, like, hey, I want to pick it up tomorrow. And yeah, so just having that Green River game to really push me, and then once I got on fire, it kind of boosted my confidence a little bit.
So what is next for Camden Sheets? Where are you headed?
I think for this year, I'm headed to CWC for a year, start my pre-chiropractic education, and then transfer probably out of state for chiropractic school.
Okay, excellent. And what's one thing that you're going to miss about game day here in Riverton?
You know, the crowds, the people, like, it's just home, so.
Absolutely. Well, we look for great things from Camden Chiefs in the future, and we'll be right back with, I do believe, Savannah Martinez. We don't know, here on KTAK.
Okay, thank you.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Wolverine and Lady Wolverine basketball. We're here now with Coach McIntosh. Coach, what can you tell us about the two seniors? And as a former manager at the University of Georgia for Tubby Smith, I got to say the three seniors, as you did honor a manager tonight, what did they mean to your program?
Well, they've just meant a lot. You know, they've worked so hard, and you know, throughout their 4 years here, just continue to improve and just get better at the game of basketball. But as we know that this will be just a small portion in their life, and it's really what they're going to do later in life to just get better, and you know, to be just those complete people, and basketball just is help honing those skills.
Absolutely. I got to tell you, Savannah Martinez recognizing me in her little speech thing as that radio guy, and actually bringing me a gift signed by her.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the sweetest things. It really touched me, so I'm happy for that. And very privileged that she would remember that. I'm guessing it had something to do with the call against the last second shot. I forgot it now.
It was against Wheatland.
Against Wheatland.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to as obviously Region is coming to town? You got 2 more games. What do you see tomorrow? What do you hope to see out of your team as they leave senior night and travel down to the Casper region?
You know, I just hope we just continue to build. Defensively, we've done some really good things, and you know, we just got to put the ball in the basket a little bit more and take care of the basketball. And that's something that we've preached all year. You know, and for us to have a complete game, we have to be pretty much turnover free, take care of the ball, rebound, and play good defense. And if we do those things, we'll be in most games. You know, and hopefully our youth has now become more experienced. And as we move forward, going into the regions, hopefully those things will come so we can play another day.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Mack. And remember, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, Coach McIntosh and the Lady Wolverines will be taking on Natrona at 2 o'clock here on KTAK. We'll be right back. We're going to go pay some bills.
All right.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and...
Welcome back to the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show here on KTAK. We took a lot of that to interview with coaches, so real quick, 22-21, Rock Springs over your Riverton Wolverines at the half. It is 9, Biter with 9, Thomas with 6, Butcher with 3, and Schoenfeld with 4 for Rock Springs. For your Wolverines, DeVries with 3, Gabrielson, Paxton, and Lang with 2, Johnson with 9, and Monroe with 3. We'll be right back with the second half.
With large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton basketball. Shout out to Christine, Travis's fiance, who's got a flat tire, and thankfully for the minister of the Church of Christ for going out to help her out. Also thank him for calling you a crustless piece of wheat bread via text message during halftime. Rock Springs is going to start the half with a 1-point lead and the ball here, 22-21. Rock Springs, Biter's going to inbound, and he is going left to right on your radio dial.
That's right, that radio guy, and it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. This is going to be fun. 22-21, again, this is exactly what Riverton is looking for. I love that the referee in Rock Springs is waiting for all the crowd to file out after that really entertaining halftime show. Everyone's ready to go, but we're waiting on the crowd to file out after that halftime show. I think we're about ready to go, though.
And absolutely, as we're seeing it through rose-colored glasses, because this is exactly the type of game that Rock Springs wants. They're not high-scoring. So if they can be up 1 against a defensive power, and it looks like, just FYI, Ace Sage is going to start in place of Parker Paxton to start the second half. They inbound, get into Schoenfeld. Lucas Engel on him, and he tries to shoot and loses it out of bounds. I'm guessing off Engel, though, and it will remain Rock Springs ball. So Biter will just switch positions and go inbound from his own baseline underneath his basket, looking to inbound. Still trying to find somebody, can't find anybody. We're getting close to 5 seconds. He's going to throw it away. And it's going to go out, and it's going to be Riverton ball. Something we haven't seen Riverton do a whole lot of is on that set play inbounds, force a bad decision. It's mostly been in the half-court defense.
Yeah, that's going to be something interesting to see. If they start pressing a little bit, that could make things interesting.
Inbound to Sage, who gets it back to Vincent. Vincent brings it around, gives it Tanner Johnson on the left wing. Down low to Lang. Lang going to try and back down Biter. He's now looking to pass. He gets it to Sage. Sage going to drive, puts it up, and good!
That's what you wanted to see. Everybody in the crowd awake again. A little bit of coffee at the beginning of the second half.
23-22, Ace Sage with his first points of the night. I don't know if that's his first field goal of the season or not, because I did miss some games. Schoenfeld has it to Butcher. Butcher to Wiley. Wiley looking to drive. Wiley has to kick it back out to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld for 3. No good. Vincent's just going to let it go out of bounds. 7:11 to go. 23-22 as Ace Sage put Riverton back in the lead early in the third.
Actually, Ace Sage, according to the stats that I have, 3 for 3 coming into the game from the field.
Nice. So Vincent bringing it up, has in the half court, gets it over to Johnson. Engel sets a screen. Johnson uses it. Johnson looks to drive, loses control of it, and Bider gets it, and they're going to get Tanner Johnson for a hand check. The refs still calling this game very tight.
Tanner says something to the official, but walks away a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be tight. We've seen it in the first half, so we're going to see how both teams adjust. Tanner Johnson, that's his first foul. Team foul number 1 in the second half. Wiley over to Butcher, Butcher to Bider. And say that 5 times fast. Bider drives down, puts it up. No good. Engel skies for the board. Engel going to bring it down past the timeline. Gets it to Lang. Lang looking to drive, brings it back up top and sets the half-court offense. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive down the wing. Puts it up and no good, but he's going to get the foul, 2 shots. Yeah, there was a lot of contact as Tanner Johnson went into the low post. I almost assumed that they were going to call the foul because there was a lot of contact.
Foul is on number 12. That's Newman, his second, team first. So Tanner Johnson tying his shoe, and that's the longest he's taken to shoot the first one is because his shoe's untied. He shoots them quick, ladies and gentlemen. Takes one dribble, spins it slightly, puts it up. First one is no good. Tanner, come on, man. You got to hit the free throws in a tight game.
Yeah.
Especially when he's the shooter.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
He's going to get a second one. He puts that one up very quickly, up and good. So Tanner gets his first point of the second half, and he now has 10 on the game. 24-22 Riverton. Almost stolen by Sage, almost a backcourt. It was a weird conflux of events there. They get it to Newman. Newman comes up over the top over Schoenfeld, shoots from 17, is no good. Ace with the rebound. Gets it to Engel. Engel to Lang. Lang has to corral in that pass, looks to drive, he does, kind of pushes off, surprised they didn't call him for it. Vincent has to track down a pass and drives down the lane. He puts it up and no good. Engel with the rebound puts it up, no good, but he's going to get the foul too. That could be very good for Engel in the post if they're going to call it this tight.
Yeah, I mean, that's every big man's dream if we're calling it so tight. Anything that even looks like a foul would be called.
Well, that's Schoenfeld's his second, but especially with Engel's kind of nimble, a little bit of a finesse post player. Schoenfeld is not nimble. He's muscle. He's gonna be a lot more liable to get those fouls called in a tight game. Engel puts the free throw up and it's good. So he has a second one coming, as it was a shooting foul, and a chance to make this make this a 2-possession game for Riverton. Second one up, jinx it, he didn't hit it. So it's a 3-point game, 25-22 with 5:48, 5:47 to go in the third quarter. Wiley brings it up over the half-court mark. He gets it to Newman on the left wing. Newman's going to try and go inside to Thomas. Sage is the beneficiary of a steal on a bad pass. Sage looking to go all the way. No, kicks it to Engel. Engel for 3. No good. Rebound by Lang. Puts it right back. No good. Engel skies in. Rosenfeld with the rebound. But he's going to get a block, and we're going to get a jump ball. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst thing in sports history since Coca-Cola decided to come out with New Coke in 1985 or 86 or whenever it was, the possession arrow. But that's going to stay with us, crustless wheat bread.
Yeah, that radio guy.
So inbound by Tanner Johnson to Engel. Engel has it up around the 3-point line, gets it to Vincent on the right wing. Vincent tries to feed the post to Lang. Lang looking to back him down, does. Puts it up and no good, but that's definitely a block. As bad as it looked, you can't put Lang's got some muscle to him, and you put a guy who really, he's toned, I'll give him that, but he's thin.
Yeah, Lang moved real. He was backing him down, and he was doing anything he wanted.
Foul against Stauffer. Lang goes to the line. First one up and good. That's his third point of game, first of the second half. So now a 4-point game for Riverton. Lang gets his second one. They are definitely feeding the post, as Coach Sheets. Second one up, hits everything, misses. Vincent with the rebound as he skies. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson, a long 3. No good. Ace tried to get the rebound. Ace, they're going to call him for getting undercut by Wiley. And now on that, I could see, quite honestly, the Rock Springs coach purposely get a tee here. Ace is on the ground. Engel kind of angrily looking over there. He needs to watch it. Everybody needs to calm down. I don't know if his head bounced, so we could be a concussion protocol type thing, but they helped Sage up. I have no doubt they're going to sub him out. And yes, Paxson comes out. The crowd gives Sage a nice round of applause. And that's going to be on number 13. That's on Wiley. His third. I did think he had position, but it just looked ugly enough, I'm guessing, to catch the ref's eye. So we've got Johnson. He's going to inbound on the baseline after a fortuitous call. We hope Ace is doing well after hitting the ground. He looks okay as he takes a seat next to coaches. Inbound by Paxson. Paxson takes in, shoots from 13, rolls it up and good.
You know, after that foul on Sage, I feel like things are about to get interesting and a little chippy.
Wasn't against Sage. Sage drew it.
Right.
Oh, I misunderstood you. So, yeah. Stauffer with it, who the foul was, earlier foul was on, gets it to Thomas. Thomas to Stauffer. They've got some hard to spit out names here for me for some reason. Gets it to Biter. Biter for three. You notice how he kicks his leg out. Reminds me of the Michigan player when they faced, I think it was Louisville a couple NCAA tournaments ago. Vincent has it, faked the three, drives down, hands it to Lang. Lang inside, up and good.
And now we start playing Riverton basketball.
And now we get a timeout by Rock Springs. 30-22, 4:20 to play in the third. We'll be right back here on KTAK.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine basketball. To start the second half, Travis, it's been all Wolverines on a 9-0 run. Came in out of half 22-21 Rock Springs, now 30-22 Riverton.
Yeah, and it's all been defense and very close paint shots.
Newman to Biter. Biter looking at it on the wing, harassed by Jason Vincent. You would expect their leading scorer to be guarded by him. Swings at the post, gets it Thomas at the elbow. He misses. Paxson with a rebound. Paxson wanted to go for Johnson, but decided wisely probably not to on a long pass. Vincent to Gabrielson. Gabrielson over to Paxson. Paxson looking from the left wing, rubbing off a screen from Engel. He's open. Oh, he didn't take it, though. Gets it to Vincent on the right wing. He brings it back up top to Johnson. Johnson up top, guarded by Butcher. Johnson looking to drive, gets it to Vincent. Vincent goes up, blocked from behind by Fagel. Newman comes away with it for Rock Springs. Newman guarded by Paxson. Paxson fakes like he's going to come in for a steal, doesn't. Over to Biter. Biter going off two screens, gets open, but Engel helps. Gets it down low to Thomas. Thomas gets it to Butcher. He's blocked, but I think they're going to get Paxson on the foul. Engel said no, sir, but that foul is against Parker Paxson. That's his third, team's second of the half.
And Parker a little frustrated with himself there. Little pat on the chest. He's going to stay in. We know that.
Well, it is his third, but we are about midway in the third, so most likely going to stay in. Sage not coming in. Derek DeVries would be the most logical. The shot is up and good by Butcher.
Schofield coming in now for Rock Springs, and that changes things in the way that Rock Springs plays. And a lot's going on right now over here.
Derek DeVries does come in, but instead of for Parker, he comes in for Tanner to give him a breather. They're going to trust Paxson, very high basketball IQ, not to get his fourth. Second shot is up and good, and so that breaks the scoreless drought. Ends it at about 4 minutes and 43 seconds for Rock Springs. Gabrielson now has it on the right wing after no pressure bringing it up. He looks to drive. He's now stuck, gets it to Paxton. Paxton on the right wing, looking to drive, but gets it to Engel. Engel up around the three-point line, goes underneath to DeVries. DeVries kicks it to Paxton. Paxton for three. no good, and Biter comes away with it. Like to see them feed the post on that possession. But bad pass, Paxton has it. Paxton looking to drive. He's got no numbers. He goes up, no foul. Lucas Engel gets it, can't put it back up and good. Wasted opportunity, and Biter comes away with it for Rock Springs. 30-24, under 2:35 to play in the third quarter.
There was a lot of contact down in the low post there.
Schoenfeld has it up around the three-point line, not where you traditionally see a guy of his height. Gets it to Wiley. Wiley over to Butcher. Butcher for three. No good. Still no field goals for him this half. Paxton, the guy, I'm not going to say the shortest guy. He gives me grief for it. But he comes away with the rebound. Gets it to DeVries. DeVries for three. Bam!
Everybody getting into the party here. Nice shot by Derek DeVries. That woke the crowd up too.
Rock Springs brings it over the timeline, gets it to Butcher again. Butcher to Biter. Biter so far quiet in this half. He turns down the screen for Schoenfeld and gives it up to Wiley. Wiley brings it up top. He's cut off by DeVries. DeVries switches on the screen, stolen by Jason Vincent. Vincent looking to start the momentum going the other way. Paxton to Gabrielson. Gabrielson looking for someone to pass to. Gets it up top to Vincent as Gabrielson goes all the way to the other side. Oh, bad pass by Vincent, but Engel able to save it away to Paxton. Paxton looks to drive. Stops short. Gets it to Vincent. Vincent for three. No good. DeVries almost went over the back, but wisely pulled that arm back, and it'll go to Rock Springs on the rebound. Wiley bringing it over the midcourt stripe. Johnson and Lang at the scorer's bench looking to check in, as is Thomas for Rock Springs. Newman hands it to Wiley. Wiley looking to bring it all the way over to Biter, and they just fumble it out of bounds, and it's going to go over to Riverton with 1:02 left in the third. 33-24. Riverton on a 12-2 run here in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting next 1 minute and 2 seconds for both teams. If you're Rock Springs, you got to cut this into this lead. For Riverton, play sound defense. Do what you do.
Gabrielson inbounds it to Paxton. Paxton brings up, signals the play. He is on the left side, gets it to Johnson on top. Johnson fumbles the pass away, so he has to track it down and dribble it off. Lang with the screen. Johnson a long contested three. No good. Rebound by Schoenfeld. 41 seconds and counting coming. Wiley looking to break for Rock Springs. Realizes they don't have number and slows it up. He hands off to Biter, who then hands off to Butcher. Butcher bringing it over, hands it off to Wiley. A lot of this, not a lot of movement, partnered down towards the Rock Springs basket. Wiley with it up top. He's going to bring it all the way to the right. Looks to go baseline, but pulls it up. Gives it to Schoenfeld underneath, which is what they may have done all night. He misses. Lang goes up for the rebound, can't get it, but Biter goes up, knocks it out of bounds. So 15.9 seconds to play in the third. Riverton ball.
Really good defense there by Lang on Schofield, giving up size, but great defense.
Absolutely. Handed off to Paxton from Gabrielson as we go under 7 seconds, 6, 5. Paxton looks to drive with 4 seconds, puts up a floating 15. It's good. And half ends, no shot by Rock Springs. So, ladies and gentlemen, 14-3 in that third quarter, all Riverton. We go to the fourth, 11-point lead for your Wolverines, 35-24. We're going to go pay some bills, and we'll be right back on KTAK.
Farm Agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Wolverine basketball. Boy, it was close at half with Rock Springs up 22-21, Travis. But it's all Wolverines at this point with a double-digit lead.
Yeah, and I feel like I've just gotten to know this team really well. When it came into halftime and it was close, this was their game to win. Even though they were down, it was their game to win.
Rock Springs starts it off. They get it way deep on the baseline to Biter. He was almost falling out. He has to inbound it up or pass it up to Thomas. Thomas gets it out to Wiley, and they reset. And look who's back in the game, Travis. Ace. They get it Schoenfeld. Easy two-point shot, though.
Yeah, and I feel like for some reason Riverton kind of gave it to them.
That is their first field goal of the second half.
Which I think was this thing we've heard.
Vincent bringing it up. He looks to drive, gets it Ace. Ace for three! Way too strong, but so strong that easy rebound for Engel. Engel hands it to Johnson. Johnson to Engel. Engel looking to go cross court to Vincent. Back up top to Lang. Lang looking to drive. Stops at about 10 feet out. Tries to get Engel. He does. Oh, it would have been a nice layup, but Engel leaves it just a little short. He looks over at Coach Sheets and smiles. I'm not sure Coach Sheets returned the smile, though, because it is a 9-point game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a...
Inbound, they feed Schoenfeld in the post. He misses. Rebound by Thomas. Back to Schoenfeld. Misses badly from 15. And Lang comes away with the rebound. Lang looking to drive. He gets it up to Engel around the three-point line. And Engel gets it to Vincent to kind of reset the action. Vincent with a screen from Lang. Looking possibly for the three, but picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Ace. Ace Sage looking for the three. No good. And you wonder, several threes in a row now, and a missed kind of dipsy-do dunkaroo over here. And it's only a 9-point game, though, partner. This game is not over.
Yeah, this is, again, you know, this is kind of what Riverton's used to right now. As Parker Paxton is going to come in for Ace Sage, this is what they're used to. This is what they've become.
But this is not what you can do offensively in a defensive game. You can't. When we saw Engel give a kind of a smirk after the missed fancy play at Sheets, Sheets did not return the smirk. He understands 9-point game. You got 3 games left in the seat. Well, 2.5 at that point, 2.25. And you're going to go into region. So Engel with the steal on the inbounds, gets it to Paxton. Paxton alley-oop, and it's jammed down! Engel to Paxton. Paxton to Engel on the alley-oop, and the crowd is losing their ever-loving mind.
Kevin Shields almost fell out of his chair on how big of a dunk that was.
And then I know it's a foul. I know they're calling it tight. They try and feed Thomas. We get Lang called on a very touchy foul. It is a foul. We're not arguing that. It is his second, I do believe. No, it's his first on the night. Team third in the half, but kind of deflates the whole atmosphere. Inbounded, and we're going to get another little cheap reach, I think, by Derek Lang. Yep, and quickly he's got 2. Usually by now, in fairness, he's got about 3. So he had none until the fourth quarter. So he's just catching up with Norm.
We're going to need Lucas Engel for another dunk here in a few minutes.
Inbounded by Biter. Biter to Thomas. Thomas looks to drive, and he's going to dribble it out of bounds. I think Derek might have lost his mind and got teed up if he got called for a third one in 6 seconds. Inbound goes to Paxton. Paxton bringing it over the timeline. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson with a great fake for 3. No good. Engel skies for the rebound. Gives it to Paxton. Paxton almost loses it, but does track it down. Paxton brings it up, and he's going to get it over to Engel on the right wing. Engel going to bring it up top slowly. No, he's going to try and feed Lang. Not a great pass, and it's taken away by Newman of Rock Springs. 37-26, 11-point game, 5:20, 5:19. Newman gets it to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld inside to Paxton, evidently. It's going to go off a bazillion guys underneath, wind up going off Newman, and it's out of bounds. Who was that pass to, partner? Oh, we got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. Looks to be a full one. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Wolverine basketball. 5:13 to play in the half. In the quarter, in the game. 37-20. Oh, no, the second one was right, Travis. It is in the quarter, the fourth quarter. 11-point lead, and Rock Springs has whipped out the press. Do they not know that Parker Paxton, the sophomore, is Yeah, they do, because they bailed on that press the moment he got the ball. Parker brings it into the half court. Looks to go to his right, hands it to Vincent. Vincent looking to go down the middle, gets stopped, stops and shoots from 10. Good.
Strong move there by Jason Vincent.
That's his first points of the night. 39-26 with 4:50 to go. Newman with it. It's going to get it over to Schoenfeld, I do believe. Schoenfeld back up top to Biter. Biter to Newman. Newman over to Butcher. Butcher looking to bring it up. Lane cuts him off. Gets it to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld over to Biter. Biter guarded by defensive specialist Jason Vincent. Biter looks to dribble through, loses it, but Schoenfeld picks it up for Rock Springs. They bring it down. Schoenfeld has it, guarded by Engel. Schoenfeld all the way over to Newman. Newman to Butcher. Butcher fakes the three. Looks to drive, goes in, puts it up, no good. We're going to have a blocking foul against Lucas Engel, I think.
Yep.
Lucas Engel with the foul, his third, team fourth. While we're waiting for him to shoot foul shots, a big shout out to my wife Courtney, my kids Katie, Cassie, and Connor, who I've been told are listening all the way over in Raven Gap, Georgia. Love you, miss you, can't wait to see you again. Butcher going to the line, he's going to shoot two. First one up and well short off the rim and no good.
Yeah, this is, I'm looking here real quick. Butcher is a 42% free throw shooter.
Somebody just reminded me I forgot to tell our dog Bella that I love her too. So got a text message, made that even. Butcher, the second one, misses both of them. And of course, Engel after the foul is going to get that rebound. Gets it to Paxton. Paxton guarded by Newman. He's bringing it down the court. He brings over the timeline, looks to drive, looked to kick it to Lang, but nice anticipation by Biter. Biter looking to break. Biter puts it up and good.
And that was good initial defense by Parker Paxton. We got a timeout.
And we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back for the final 3:57 of this game here on KTAK.
.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College.
Okay, we're back here on KTAK with coverage of Riverton basketball. 39-28, 11-point lead for the hometown Wolverines with 3:54 to play. Paxton bring it up. They keep showing the press, but you notice the moment they get the ball to Paxton, they back off. Paxton to Gabrielson. Gabrielson going to bring it across the top, looking to drive. Hands it to Engel. Engel with a little two-pointer, no good, but he's going to get 2 shots after the foul.
What I love about Lucas Engel is anytime he is fouled or gets a foul, he takes it almost personally, and he plays even harder.
That's the 4th team foul on Wiley, 5th team foul of the night. So Engel going to the line, the senior here in his last home regular season game, puts the first one up and good.
You know, looking up at the scoreboard right now, Tanner Johnson has 10 points. They've been a quiet 10 points, really.
Well, he had 9 in the first half, only 1 in the second. Engel puts the second one up, no good. Lang with the rebound in the positioning. Gets it, Gabrielson back to Lang. Lang looking from 17, doesn't take it, brings it out, gets it to Paxton. Paxton looking to set the offense with 3:30 and counting to play. Paxton to Gabrielson. Gabrielson has it on the left wing. The right wing. He looks to drive, gets it angle up top to Paxton. In no hurry is Riverton. Paxton to Vincent. Vincent to Engel. And nice play. You got to give it up to Bider. Engel took the ball down, and he got tied up. Now, that's not going to make Sheets happy. It doesn't make Engel, as they're saying, he got armed. But we do go to the possession arrow. The worst thing in the history of man besides the person who made a muffaletta loaf. So Gabrielson gets it on the inbound, possession arrow favoring Riverton. Gets it to Paxton. Paxton over to Vincent on the left wing. You have to ask your Cajun friends what that is, Travis.
Okay, I'm just going to say that you have come up with so many different scenarios.
I got to come up with a new one every time.
And I think you're now trying to just make me laugh out loud on the air.
Vincent dribbles it off his foot, knee, whatnot, goes out of bounds, so it'll be Rock Springs ball as we go under 3. Butcher has it on the left wing. He's looking to bring it up top, gets it to Bider. If they're going to come back, they need to get him hot. But he gives up the ball right to Butcher. He needs to demand the ball right now, don't you agree, Travis, if Rock Springs has a shot?
Yeah, I mean, he's leading the team in scoring, and as soon as I say that, a terrible shot.
Terrible shot. Paxton comes away with it. Paxton took a little bit of exception to the Rock Springs player, Thomas, getting a little hand in his face, and he let him know verbally. Gabrielson gets it back to Paxton. Paxton looks up. Tanner Johnson going to the scorer's table to check in. Vincent with it. Engel with a screen. But they're in no hurry. Gabrielson looking to drive. Hits Paxton on a nice cut. There was nothing there, but somehow he got him to hit arm and not ball. And, Paxton's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That foul on Newman, that's his 3rd, team 6. So every foul from now on against Rock Springs, our hometown Wolverines are going to the line. Paxton puts the first one up and good.
I'll tell you right now, Riverton, when it comes to the free throw line, they don't take a lot of time. They just one dribble and then go.
No, and Paxton we saw last week against Green River. Didn't have a lot of points, facilitated a lot. But in the end, that's who they want going to the line at the end, and we see why as he scored 9 points in the fourth quarter, basically from the free throw line last week, and hits his second to give him 8 points on the day. Rock Springs gets over the timeline. They get to Bider. Bider going to his right. Oh, he almost walked. Gets it to Butcher. He can't control it. Tanner Johnson just picks it up for a steal. Paxton with the ball. We're under 2 minutes. Ace is going to get back in for his senior night moment, hopefully. Paxton to Gabrielson. Gabrielson in the half court. They get it to Johnson. They are perfectly content to just run this weave at this point with a 14-point lead. 6 total points scored by Rock Springs in the second half.
And we've seen that against Green River and against Evanston. They just know how to turn it on in the second.
Johnson to Lang. Johnson needs to get out of the way of Lang as they're right on top of each other. And Coach Sheets is going to call a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. What?
They're just going to bring Sage in, and they're going to say continue.
Substitution, but we are going to take that timeout with them. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
All right, we're back here on KTAK, 14-point lead. Very much in control is the Riverton Wolverines with a minute and a half here in the game. We've got Tanner Johnson, Parker Paxton, Derek Lang, Engel, and Ace Sage in the game. You do wonder if we'll all of a sudden in a second see them come down. Stolen by Wiley, and we're going to get a foul on Ace Sage. Ace Sage was looking to go to the left. He's going to get called for the foul. That is his first, team 5th. Or they're saying team 6, so I got the wrong number. So they're going to be next foul. They'll be in the 1-on-1. I don't think Riverton's overly concerned about that with a minute 25 left. But will Sheets and McIntosh be of the similar mind, or will we suddenly see, Travis, all 4 seniors get taken out? Bider drives the lane up and good, and he's going to draw the foul as well. So hold the phone.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Bider for sure. And he'll go to the line to try to complete the traditional three-point play.
Foul is on Johnson, his second, team 6. So now, or team 7, excuse me. So now everybody's going line, but it was a bucket and the harm. Puts the free throw up, and Bider hits it good. So Bider outworking his 60% free throw percentage, and now we've got a press on. And they're going to press Parker. Derek Lang bringing it up now as Parker gave it to him. He crosses the timeline, and they're going to get a palming violation. And hold the phone real quick. Let's see what happens with substitution patterns now. Will we see quickly Jason Vincent come back in the game for defensive specialty? Not yet, though. Minute 15, minute 14, 11-point game. Rock Springs with the ball. Schoenfeld with it up top. Engel all over him. They get it to Wiley. Wiley looking to go baseline. Feeds Schoenfeld underneath, up and good. So now we've got a timeout by Rock Springs, and suddenly things are not as rosy as they were 30 seconds ago. We'll be right back with the last minute 2 here on KTAK.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors. Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 3332-2941.
We're back here on KTAK 4233. And we've got a little dust on the floor or something in the way. The referee moves out of the way. 9-point game. Suddenly things got interesting. Inbound to Paxton, and here we go with the fouling. And Wiley is going to, that's going to be Newman with his 14th foul. That's going to be team 7th. So Parker Paxton is going to go to the line. Now this may work out in Rock Springs' favor, but the one guy you think you deny, let anybody else get it, Parker is the most clutch free throw shooter. We saw that Green River. We've seen it throughout the season. He puts the first one up, and it's pure.
Yeah, he didn't even take a moment to shoot that free throw shot. And honestly, looking around, it would probably be either Parker or maybe Tanner Johnson.
Second free throw up and good. So Parker extends it back out to 11-point lead. 1 minute to go and counting. Rock Springs brings it over the half. They get to Bider. Bider's going to have to get hot from deep. They're trying to set all sorts of screens for him. Tanner Johnson on. Nice move by Butcher. He takes it up and puts it up and puts it in good.
Yeah, that was a good move by Butcher. Clock's running.
Yeah, and the 5 seconds are moving. They need to call a timeout because they're not going to get it in. Nope, 5 seconds called immediately. They call it immediately, and Sheets is mad. But right now, 9-point lead, he cannot go over that line because you do not want to give him 2 shots on a technical, Travis, and the ball.
Yeah, that got to be calm here.
Wiley inbounding it. Sage in. They get it to Schoenfeld. He puts it up and good. And all of a sudden, it's an 7-point game, 44-37.
Yeah.
Inbound.
Audience getting really tense again here. Tanner Johnson's now going to go to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be a big-time 2-point shot, 2 shots here for Tanner Johnson.
Inbound to Tanner Johnson. Sheets wants to know why the 5 seconds started, because Schoenfeld and Butcher did the right thing. They put the ball right down for a good. Tanner up and no good. 44-37, 32-31. Everything on this possession is large. Bider brings up Schoenfeld for 3. No good. Ace with the rebound. He's looking to bring it out. He's going to get fouled. 44-37, 23.1 to play. Not the fourth quarter that Riverton wanted. It has been Rock Springs just trying to eke back in it, and not the defense that we normally see in the second half from them as well. So Sage Rosenfels, he plays football. Ace Sage going to the line. He's going to shoot the first one. It's up and no good. 7-point game still, but maybe a little too little time. 7-point game, they get it over to 0. He shoots a 3, no good. I do question how that was not a foul. Sage did throw his shoulder into him. So they're going to say he was passing / throwing, and it went off Sage. But you saw the foul there too, didn't you, Travis?
Yeah, and everybody I felt like saw it.
Inbound Sage with a steal, little back behind his back. He needs to give it up. He almost gets taken down, but good sportsmanship by Butcher is going to help him out. He got the foul, but he made sure not to take him down too hard. That's the team 10th or 11th or whatnot. It's double bonus at this point. Ace Sage going to line 2. He's got 4 points on the night. He's trying to get his 5th and 6th. He puts the first one up. Good.
That's
for
big.
him.
That's big right there. Second one should put it away.
At this point, it was already a 3-possession game, so they were going to have to get a prayer. But with the way things are being called, he hits the second one, and we're out to a 9-point game. So 3 threes and 13.1. I doubt it. And we get a timeout on the floor. We're going to go take it with them. We'll be right back here on KTAK.
332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips.
And we're back here on KTAK. Inbound as all the seniors have now been taken out of the game. Some tears are flowing as they know this game is in the bag. The JV guys in. 5 seconds ago, 4 seconds ago, stolen by Monroe. No, it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Rock Springs with 2 seconds to go in the game.
What a win, and what a gutsy win by the Wolverines.
Inbound coming to Rock Springs. They get it in. Not even going to get the last second shot off. It's completely off target. And that is your final. On senior night, on neon night, Riverton Wolverines 46. The Rock Springs Tigers 37. We'll be right back here with the KTAK. With the the Click It or Kick It post-game show here on KTAK.
App Store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Janice K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that I would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
All right, welcome back to KTAK. We're here live with Coach Sheets after another victory. Not really the fourth quarter we're used to seeing defensively,
Right.
but still a gutty performance. What can you say about those four seniors of yours?
Oh, man, the seniors did a great job tonight. Senior night, homecoming, these kind of special nights are always a little tricky for the game because you got extra emotions. I can't say enough about the seniors for their leadership. Lucas is, kind of the heart and soul of our defense, does a great job. Derek just does so many little things that kind of go unnoticed. He's great in good position. He's always setting up other guys. He doesn't care if he scores. Tanner, when he's on fire, we're untouchable. And Ace has done such a good job just helping us get better the whole year.
So what is it like on a short turnaround, this one being you're playing at home tonight, senior night, a lot of emotions, neon night, good student section, great crowd.
Yep.
And now you got to go get on a bus in the morning.
Yeah, we leave here at 8, so it's a quick turnaround, but traveling in Wyoming, that's what you do.
We're not leaving quite that early. I'm guessing there's some JV
Right,
games
there's some
tomorrow then too.
yep,
So
yep.
we're going to be leaving out about 10 o'clock. And what do we look forward to? What's Natrona going to really – where's their keys to trying to put pressure on this team that's right now sitting at number one all alone in Region 4A West?
Yeah, Natrona is a team that's just very competitive, very athletic. They're kind of looking to get their momentum going. I'll be curious to see how they did tonight. I don't know if you heard that score, but Natrona, we have a target on our back, especially with Natrona. They love to beat us because we've kind of had their number, for quite a few games in a row, which has never happened in Riverton. I don't think we've ever beat them 4 games in a row like we have kind of in these last 4. So we've got to play well because they're going to be ready for us.
All right, Coach, and since I've got you on here, and your daughter was on with us at halftime, and she mentioned that she was your daughter, and it's something we've never mentioned on air before.
Poor girl.
But if you'd like to say something about her as a dad.
It's tough whether you're the coach's kid, whether you're on the team or whether your dad's coaching the other team. It's not easy being the coach's kid, but very proud of her. She does a lot of really things well on and off the basketball court, so I'm just very proud of her. It was a little tough. When you have your senior on senior night, it's always hard not to have your allergies act up a little bit. So, yeah.
So we're going to thank you for being with us tonight. We're going to move on to the players here in a second at commercial, but we're going to dismiss on senior night for Camden a little bit different. We're not only been with Coach Eats, we've been with Camden's dad.
Okay.
We'll be right back
All
on
right.
KTAK.
Face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
We're back here on KTAK. We're going to be meeting with our Papa Murphy's player of the game, or players of the game. We're going to give it to all the seniors here, the boys' game. We're just going to ask them a real quick question or two. We've got Tanner Johnson up first. Tanner, you can look into the camera if you'd like, or you don't have to. And tell us what it meant to be here at Riverton Senior Night. I know you've already been through one of these with football, but what does it mean to have this one in front of your home crowd?
It feels great. I love seeing the stands packed, knowing that we're a team that we can do what we want.
All right, and you finished the game with 10 points, came out pretty lightning quick, and then in the second half kind of had to more move to the defensive end. You got 2 more games, and then what does it mean to you have Region 4A West tournament here at home?
Oh, it feels great. I love home games, and knowing that it's regionals is here, it's going to be great.
All right. Well, we're going to move on here, and we're going to thank Tanner Johnson. We're going to let him evidently go eat enough Skittles to kill a small child. But thank you, Tanner. If you'll hand it off to Lucas Engel. I just yelled at everybody's ear. Thanks, Tanner. Lucas, it's senior night here at Riverton. I know you've already been through one with football, but what does it mean here? What would you like to tell the people here in Riverton?
Man, this is just such a great brotherhood that we have here, and it's just, I love playing for this team. The camaraderie we have on this team, it's unmatched to anyone in the state.
Okay, and is there anything you'd like to give a special shout out to someone during the senior night moments? I said you were very, very smart because you thanked your girlfriend. So I know you got a quick turnaround tomorrow, but what's it going to mean to obviously have Region 4A West here at home? So why it's senior night, still not your last night here?
It just gives us a chance to, kind of like another senior night, go out, win a regional championship on our own court. So it's like another senior night that we have.
So good luck with Natrona. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you. And we'll move on to Derek Lang. And what is with the Skittles? So, all right, we're here with Derek Lang. Derek Lang, we're going to ask you the same exact question. What does it mean here on senior night to finish off with a win in front of your crowd, but after 4 years to be moving on?
Oh, it's awesome. I love my family, love my teammates. Senior night's a big deal, especially to get the win.
Okay, well, we're looking for, because you're the to-be-determined guy on what is next, but what does it also mean to know that even though this senior night, a lot of emotions that we saw, but at the same time, you're going to play here again.
Yep.
You got Region 4A West here. What will it mean to you to be able to try and go for that region championship and advance the state in front of your home crowd with that advantage?
It's awesome. I mean, we want our name right up there, so we're going to give it all we got.
All right. Well, that's been Derek Lang. Good job, Derek. We'll see you tomorrow in Natrona. Okay. And we're going to get Ace Sage now here on the mic. You don't have to take it off. Everybody else has been wearing the candy. And I've got to say to your brother, he's wearing the red and black there, and I'm a University of Georgia grad, national champions, by the way. Travis, you're wearing red and black, and you are styling and profiling, young man. So, Ace, what has it meant? This is your senior night. This is your last regular season game at home, but not your last game at home.
Well, it feels really good just to, actually play with my brothers, because we've been going to middle school and stuff, but it just felt really good just to enjoy that last home game,
Okay, and what does it mean? I know a night of emotions, but to know that when you go #1 in Region 4A West right now, you're going to be able to come back here in front of your crowd, hopefully get a huge student section, get a huge crowd, and try and go get your name on that wall at your home, in front of your home crowd. What's that mean to you?
Well, that just means a lot to me, honestly, because I've just come from a lot, and it just feels really good just to be where I'm at right now.
Well, those have been our Papa Murphy's players of the game. Ace Sage will have some free pizza coupons for you next week. Ace Sage, Derek Lang, Lucas Engel, and Tanner Johnson, congratulations to the seniors. Congratulations also to Camden Sheets and Savannah Martinez, who had already left. We couldn't get her on the air, evidently, but we want to thank her. Congratulations to all of them, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ace, thank you for being with us. Come back here on KTAK, and we'll wrap up the game and the post-game show here on the Click It or Ticket post-game show.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
All right, we're back here to wrap things up on senior night, neon night, and all sorts of fun things. Just a few stats for you. On the Rock Springs side, 14 points for Bider. He led the way. Schoenfield with 8, Butcher with 7, and Thomas with 6. Only 4 players getting in the scoring column for them. For Riverton, we've got a lot of guys who scored some points. Paxton and Tanner Johnson led the way with 10 each. Lang had 7, and then we've got 6 from DeVries, 6 from Monroe, and 6 from Sage, and 2 from Gabrielson, 2 from Engel, and 2 from Vincent. Excuse me, not 2 from Engel. Yes, 2 from Engel. He only had 2 free throws tonight, Travis. So a great emotional senior night, but no rest for the weary here in Riverton. As you heard Coach Heat say, Travis, they've got an early wake-up call. So if the bus is leaving out at 8, I'm guessing call time is going to be 7:30 for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick turnaround, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a long trip, and they're used to long trips, and this is going to be a big one. Natrona County definitely still in top of the 4A West. This is not going to be an easy one, and so we're going to have to be ready tomorrow for sure.
And normally I would agree about long trips, but this will be one of the shorter ones we've had to take, won't it be?
Yeah, it's going to be one of the shorter
about
ones.
2 hours, and then we're there. But I guess Wyoming Travel, these kids are a lot more used to it than we are, but you hope they can get some rest on the bus because there's obviously going to be some JV games. So we see some lovely artwork that was done up for the seniors, and that's awesome to see. And, again, thanks to Savannah Martinez for me being that guy on the radio and the signed basketball. That will be on my desk till the day I retire. That means a lot, so I wanted to thank her again. We want to thank you as we're getting this is our last home regular season game. A lot of games still to come, but very quickly we're going to get into do or die. So remember, tomorrow we've got Natrona at 2 and 3:30, varsity boys, varsity girls, varsity boys. We'll be live on KTAK. We'll be live on YouTube. Don't know if we'll make it to Facebook or not. We'll see. And we'll be live on our app. Do we have any other games tomorrow? What we got?
So Thermopolis will be on the road at Douglas tomorrow, and they'll be tipping off about the same time we do.
Okay, they'll be live on YouTube on the app, and what will they be on?
So they're going to be on 101.7 KDNO.
KDNO. So if you're looking for Thermopolis action, turn on that. What time they start again? You just said it.
It's going to be the same time we tip off.
Same 2 and 3:30. So if you know a Thermopolis fan, just remind them to tune in for that. Again, it's Travis Gupton. I won't say Guston. Well, yeah, it's been crustless wheat bread. No, it's been Travis Gupton, Kevin Shields, your voice of the Wolverines. It's been an honor and privilege tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow at 2. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in to KTAK.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.